CMS with knowledgeable individuals from different aspects of management. We have people from finance, HR, marketing, operations, systems, and other such disciplines. We offer BBA, MBA, MTTM, MBA part-time, as well as PhDs in management in our Center for Management Studies, which started off in 2003, and we started organizing SANMILAN from 2004. So I hope everyone is well during this time of crisis. I request everyone to be safe and to take care. And I would like to hand over the forum to our respected chairperson, sir, for a welcome address, which will be followed up with the playing of due and them. Okay, chairperson, sir, please.
So good morning to one and all present here in this cloud platform. Our Vice Chancellor ready to join, so I have to address him. Vice Chancellor sir, registered Inaugural University. Our keynote speaker, he's also still to be joined, Prasanto Borkakati. He will speak on our theme, who is Presidential Chief Executive of Oil India Limited. Distinguished guest faculty members of CMS and other departments and centers of the university, my dear students from CMS and other departments and centers from the university, and other students from other educational institutions, those who join. Amongst us, we have oil executive also. Then we have one of our first faculty, Professor Ranjit Singh. He has joined with us. So I welcome you all to this 16th edition of SANMILAN, and I welcome you all on behalf of Center for Management Studies, Untitled University. So it gives me immense pleasure that I am getting the opportunity to address you all on this special occasion, which we are organizing after a long waiting time. So this has happened because of the prevailing pandemic situation since the beginning of the year 2020. Even before that, we are facing this situation. Of course, in between, we some kind of relief we got, but later on again, the second wave creates a lot of harm to us. We all know that this event should have been in offline mode. Already our coordinator has said, but situation has compelled us to make this in virtual mode. We have no other option open that to go for virtual mode. I hope that with your valued and active participation, this event will be a successful one. Theme of this issue of SANMILAN, this is 16th issue, is fitness and wellness for managers, the future of productivity. So this is a very much relevant topic universally, and the present context, it is much more important. The present pandemic has caused a lot of damages to the entire global health situation. The situation has become so grim right now that due to non-availability of oxygen, people are dying. There is no seats vacant in hospitals, and so on and so forth. We are getting all this information in different media. So as a result, keeping ourselves fit and well has become a big challenge for all of us. I want to say here a few words on wellness. Although I am not expert in this area, we have invited expert here. Still, I just try to say something on this wellness. Am I audible, Arshad? Arshad?
You are audible, sir.
Okay.
You are audible, sir.
Thank you. So, what is wellness? If I put that question, is it simply having good physical health condition? Of course, answer is straight no, because a lot of other things also we have to take into account. So here I want to mention some dimension of wellness, which we can call as holistic wellness as such. Firstly, I want to mention about emotional wellness, which is of course mental state. A person who can successfully express and manages own and others' entire range of feelings like anger, doubt, hope, joy, fear, etc., etc., can become emotionally well. So it is not that only one's own emotion, but yes, we have to take care of emotion of others. And if we can take care of emotion of others, of course, we may feel well or better. Secondly, I can talk about intellectual wellness. Those who enjoy intellectual wellness remain engaged in lifelong learning. They seek knowledge and activities that further develop their critical thinking and heighten their global awareness as well. Thirdly, I want to mention about spiritual wellness. So, spiritually well person can identify a core set of beliefs that guide their decision making, and they can understand others' spiritual beliefs as well. Fourthly, social wellness comes. A social person can build healthy relationship based on interdependence, trust, and respect others. That is very much essential for wellness too. Then fifthly, we can talk about environmental wellness. An environmentally conscious person appreciates the external clues and stimuli that an environment can provide, and can understand the role of an individual in taking care of the environment. We also can talk about occupational wellness. An occupationally well person enjoys the pursuit of his career. Such person finds satisfaction and enrichment in work and can reach his or her professional success. Another important thing here is financial wellness. Financially well set person can set long and short term goals regarding finances that allow them to reach their personal goals and achieve self-defined financial success. Lastly, we can talk about cultural wellness. Cultured people are aware of their own cultural background. They can understand diversity on gender orientation, religion, racial and ethnic backgrounds, age group, etc., etc. So a lot more can be talked on this area. We have in this regard expert Professor Dr. Ranjit Purasar is here. He will deliver his expert information to us. We will be benefited from him as well. So I shall not make my lecture prolong. Again, I solicit your active participation and help to make the event a grand success. Once again, I welcome you to this event in the cloud mode. Had it been in offline mode, it would have been perhaps better, but still we have to bear it. You also please bear with us. So thank you, everyone. Have a good day. So it's over to
Thank
Arshad.
you. Thank you, Chairperson, sir. We have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor L.K. Nath, sir, has just joined the forum. We welcome him to the forum. Then our next agenda is to play the due anthem. So please have patience while we share the screen and play the due anthem with you. Is it audible to all? I'm just checking the video. Is it audible to all?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I welcome you. Nat sir.
Hello.
Myself Goswami.
Thank you. Thank you. I have just joined.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Arshad, sound is not coming.
Sir, key question?
Sound is not coming. Audio is not
Let
coming.
me see. Let me see, sir. Is it okay, sir? Is it okay?
No, again disturbance.
Network issues were so we'll just go along with the program. We'll play the video. At least the video must be visible.
Video is visible. It's okay.
Thank you everyone for your patience. That was the DO anthem. We had to make it online, and I like to extend my thanks and gratitude to all the students who have made it possible to make it online and send it to us in this online mode. Now I would like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor L.K. Nath, Sir, to deliver the inaugural address to the forum. Sir, please.
In fact, I wanted to know the honorable guest present here. Will you please introduce
Sure, sir.
our guest?
Sure, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, we have Sri Prasanta Borkotogi, sir, Honorable Residential Chief. Hello, is it?
Yes.
Hello, am I audible to you, sir? Hello.
Yes, it is. It is very much audible. Carry on.
Okay. Just a moment, sir. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, we have Residential Chief Executive of Oil India, Duliajan here, who is going to deliver the keynote address. He has not joined the forum. He is in a meeting right now. He'll join sharply at 11. I'm just introducing him. We have a panelist for our Manthan, that is the panel discussion. We have Dr. Biraj Hazurika, Senior Employee Relations from Oil India, Duliajan. Out here. He was also a faculty member of CMS previously before he joined Oil India. We have invited Dr. Trideep Ranjan Sharma from Tejpur University, Associate Professor from Department of Management. We have also invited Dr. Ranjit Borua, retired Professor of Orthopedics from Assam Medical College and Hospital. We have invited dietitian Anvesha Dotto Gogoi from Aditya Hospitals. Dibrugarh, Assam. And we have also invited Dr. Montu Boro from Center for Physical Education, Dibrugarh University, head IC. So these are the various panelists that we have invited for our discussion. We've also invited Mr. Bhargav Dev Chaudhary from OIL. He is a Bachelor of Physical Education, Masters in Physical Education, a certificate holder in Sports Management from NIS, and a BCCI A-level coach who is going to deliver the straight talk for SANMILAN in the second half of the session today. Tomorrow for Biz Mantra, the quiz masters invited for the programs are Dr. Dudul Das from IIT, Project Engineer, IIT Guwahati, and we have Mr. Ashutosh Das, who is an active quiz master and well known in quiz contests across Northeast India. We have Dr. Rashida Tahira Norain from Argucom, head of School of Entrepreneurship and Management. So these are the various invited guests for the as resource persons, and we've also invited certain guests from BCPL, NRL, and other institutions. The program was sponsored by various business houses called Banalata, Bharat Labs, BCPL, Commercial Equipments House, Furnishing Point, Hornbill Green Tea, KB Cube, Manoj Clothes Store, Mantra, Mohini's, Mahavir Publication, PaymentPoints.in, Photo Prabhu, Rapido, Royal Jewelers, Snack Rack, SG and Sons, and Unique Fitness Center. So that was the introduction to the program, sir. I hope now I hand over the forum to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hussain. It's in fact a very big conference. I am happy to be present here. So I'll start as respected keynote speaker, Sri Prasanto Borkakoti, Honorable Resource Person Dr. Ranjit Kumar Borua, retired Professor Orthopedics, Assam Medical College, Dibrugarh, Chairperson CMS, Professor Goswami, our Registrar, Professor Jitan Hazurika, faculty members of different departments and the Center for Studies, coordinator of SANMILAN, and their students and other participants. I congratulate you all, particularly the faculty members and students of CMS, Dibrugarh University, on this occasion of organizing 16th edition of Annual Industry Academia Convergence, SANMILAN. Am I audible? Am I audible
Yes,
to
sir.
all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
SANMILAN actually gives a platform to the students and faculty members to interact among themselves and with the industry experts, pool and exchange ideas by selecting a particular theme every year, which involves revolutionary ideas and reformatory measures. The various events of the SANMILAN, like panel discussions, quiz competitions, presentations, expert talk, etc., improves their organizing skill and showcase their talent, which are very important in the management and business organizations. The theme selected for this year's SANMILAN is Fitness and Wellness of Managers, the Future of Productivity. Yes, it is very true that fitness and wellness are directly related to the productivity of an organization. Fitness refers to physical health and is the ability to complete a physical task or the lack of any physical ailment. And the wellness, on the other hand, refers to the balance of a spectrum of health-related elements of one's life. Fitness increases productivity by increasing energy level, combating stress and fatigue, and improve general well-being. When a person remains energetic, he or she feel happier and become more efficient at all tasks in life. Well-being is linked to higher level of employees' productivity. High level of stress can lead to burnout and reduce employees' productivity. Fitness is important because fitness keeps the heart healthy, maintain healthy blood pressure and weight. Working out regularly improves brain health, boosts one's memory, enhances concentration and focus. Wellness affects work by boosting morale and improving willingness to work. Employees who experience positive changes and benefits from a wellness program will often feel more loyalty to the company and demonstrate increased productivity, leading to a stronger and less expensive workforce. Workers' wellness is a key factor in determining an organization's long-term effectiveness. Many studies show a direct link between productivity level and the general health and well-being of the workforce. Enterprises and organizations are increasingly recognizing the need to take the well-being of their workers seriously. The more progressive organizations are doing so because they appreciate that their most important resources are their human resources, their people. Some organizations are beginning to address well-being issues because it is becoming clear that many workplace problems draw a lack of commitment of the workers. A lack of wellness may give rise to workplace problems such as stress, bullying, conflict, alcohol and drug abuse, and mental health disorders. Potential solutions such as leadership, communications, and a focus on learning and development, gyms, recreation hours, games and plays, which are very essential for making the workplace a more decent and satisfying place. It had become fairly common in some industrialized countries, often under the stimulus of legislative measures, to adopt programs like development of global health promotion policies, covering a whole range of lifestyle issues, including smoking, diet, exercise, and mental well-being. In fact, I am not a competent person to speak on the industrial issues like productivity in the studies and the appropriate handling, etc. Our invited experts will analyze the topic to give a clear view to the participants, and I am sure that all the events that are going to be performed in this convergence will be very fruitful enough and will result a positive impact in the career of our students. I wish the convergence a great success. With these words, I declare this SANMILAN inaugurated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor L.K. Nath, sir, for meticulously putting together so many relevant points to the selected theme of this year. We've learned so much from your inaugural address, sir, and thank you for inaugurating our event. Thank you, sir, for being present. I hope you'll attend the entire inaugural session if time permits. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Prarthana from MTTM to kindly introduce our keynote speaker to the entire forum, if she is available.
Yes, sir, I'm available.
Okay. Kindly introduce the keynote speaker to the.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Respected dignitaries, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dibrugarh University, Professor Leelakanta Nath, respected Registered Professor Jiten Hazurika, respected Chairperson of Center for Management Studies, Professor Kumud Goswami, esteemed member of Dibrugarh University, present, and my dear seniors, juniors, friends, and viewers live streaming our program. A very good morning to all.
Hello, Prarthana. Are you still online? Hello. Hello.
Of CMS team. It's an honor to introduce the dignitaries invited for SANMILAN today. It is pleased to introduce our keynote speaker, Sri Prasanto Borkakoti. He is Residential Chief Executive of Oil India Limited, Duliajan. Prior to this, he was the Executive Director, HR and Administration in Oil India Limited.
Hello, Prarthana. You're not audible. Kindly check your network.
He was also responsible for policy formulation and strategic decision-making on diverse areas such as industrial, legal, and medical. Mr. Borkakoti is actively associated with various social organizations and public institutions. Please join me to welcome Sri Prasanto Borkakoti with virtual hearty clap.
Okay. Thank you, Prarthana, for the introduction to the keynote speaker. Hello. Thank you, Prarthana, for giving the introduction to our keynote speaker. I hope now everyone knows Sri Prasanto Borkakoti, our sir from Oil India, the Residential Chief Executive, everyone present in the forum. Sir is just logging out from a meeting. I just received a message from him. So he'll deliver the keynote address. So he'll be with us in a short while. So if we can just hold on for 2 minutes, he'll be with us. I would like to welcome Professor Jiten Hazurika, sir, to our forum here, to SANMILAN. Welcome, sir. We are pleased to have you.
Arshad, actually, I have to change the laptop. So instead of my name, my daughter's name is coming. Please pardon.
We have seen it.
That is okay, sir. I understand.
So since you have showing your video, so no problem in recognizing.
Yes. But my name is not Alankita.
Yes, we know it very well.
My wife's name is also not Alankita. My daughter's name.
Initially, I surprised. Instead of Alankita, Zidan Hazurika is coming up.
Actually, to wait Borkati sir, we can think as some environment type.
Yes. This kind of issues give some kind of amusement.
Yes, it is necessary.
Otherwise, we
During
are very
pandemic situation is very much essential for us.
All right. Thank you. Hello, am I still audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, I have information that Prasanta Borkakoti sir has just now joined the platform. So may I request him to the forum and kindly deliver his keynote address, sir.
Okay. Well, my young friend Arshad, and everyone there, very good morning to all of you. I think Arshad has been trying for quite some time to hold
Good morning,
this.
sir.
It's almost been a year that
Yes.
I met him last, I consider him to be a very progressive boy, doing exceedingly well in all fronts. So I really could not resist his request to present this keynote address today. And good morning to everyone. I think all of you have really made visible contributions in your areas, respective areas of work.
Yes. Good morning.
Very good morning to you. I just have prepared a few points, a few random thoughts and the entire things, and I'm sure you'll all be able to take it forward. All of us are aware that India has been badly hit by the second wave of COVID-19. In fact, hit hard would be an understatement. We've been swept away by a brutal wave of pandemic, the pandemic trail, and we don't seem to have any respite from this at the moment. The all-pervading sense of gloom and despair they get the best of us. We know there is no apparent treatment for COVID. And this is what makes the virus so deadly. Of course, it is universally accepted that a strong immune system can be built with regular exercise and nutritious diet. And we can only hope that when the virus hits us, our body, our immune system can handle it. So at this moment, many people are wary of going to the gyms, which is understandable. But even if you don't want to go to the gym, I think it is apparent, it's important to engage in some regular physical activities in the safety of your own homes. I strongly believe that watching the news or the social media feeds, which are filled with distressing images and news, is not going to bolster the immune system for us. And if anything, it may just suppress it with too much of stress hormones. I know everyone has done their own inherent systems and to cope with the stressful situations. And if sharing news and talking with friends helps you to cope with a situation, well, it's perfectly all right. Do what works for you. For at the end of the day, we know that your system the best. But whatever you do, you need to have very positive thoughts. Let's resolve that you make time for some physical activity, at least 30 minutes every day. We do not need to have equipment at home where you can do a lot of other things without the equipments. Adding activities and enhance your lung power is crucial. Deep breathing exercises, pranayams, brisk walking, cycling, etc. will help, of course. If you're lucky to have access to some weights, let's also make use of that. Even for the ladies, if you love dancing, I think just let your hair down and dance. If you love freehand exercises, then go ahead and do them. If you love painting or sketching, indulge in it. If you love cooking, let your cooking skills take the center stage. The idea is to engage yourself in activities that gives you some therapeutic benefits. One more aspect I think I just want to make a mention of it is about maintaining a high protein diet with lots of vegetables and fruits, which perhaps can give your body all the micronutrients that we need to strengthen the immune system. Eating citrus fruits and berries like gooseberries, for instance, will give a potent dose of vitamin C. And if you're a vegetarian, take supplement with zinc. And of course, the doctors will always be prescribing you this. I personally find that keeping the mind occupied with work or fun stuff is a great way to allow yourself to stay positive. And trust me, it's very crucial. The power of a positive mindset cannot be overemphasized. You can go all out to take all the safety precautions, eat well, and keep your mind and body fit. And the rest is not in your hands. So there is no point in stressing over it. These are difficult times, but the important thing of note is that these times will also pass. We just have to keep the faith and believe in it with all our hearts, stay safe and stay strong. That's all I had. And have a wonderful conference that we have lined up here. All the best to you. Whatever time I can spare, I would love to come and be a part of this entire proceedings. And all the best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your very valuable time, and thank you so much, sir, for being a part of SANMILAN and giving the keynote address. The few words that you have spoken are sure to inspire all of us with your heart-touching voice, which I'm always a fan of since I met you for requesting you for a keynote address last year. And thank you for making it to our program today. And thank you, sir.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope you'll participate. You'll view the rest of the program if you can spare some time.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Risha. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, our agenda for the program next is the release of a magazine that is a part of SANMILAN known as Souvenir. What we do in Souvenir is annually, as part of SANMILAN, we invite different articles from various theme experts from the field. We compile it together and we publish it in the form of a magazine. So this year's theme was, as it is known to you, is fitness and wellness for managers, the future of productivity. So all the articles that we have received are well aligned to the theme. We have to mention a few names of contributors who have contributed articles to Souvenir are Deep Moina Duora sir, Durlab Borua, Kalyanjit Hati Borua, Papuri Sharma, Montu Boro sir, Bhagyashri Talugar madam, Ananta Dotto sir, Anjali Mohaites madam, Dipankar Chakraborty, Dipankar Gokoi, Bini Borkha Borua, Saptadip Saha, O Jiten Singh sir, Plavita Borua madam, Bijoy Bokal sir, Dr. Bijoy Bokal sir, Kabir Dev sir, Prerna Kakoti sir, Chopanandi Raja Mohender sir, Anurag Burman sir, Rajdeep Bhuya sir, Ankur Bhushan Hazurika sir, Kokil Nath sir, Payal Chetri madam, and Megha Prasad, who has made the report for last year's SANMILAN. I would like to put forward my gratitude and thanks to all of these contributors who has made the publishing of this magazine possible. I would also like to thank the editorial team, Darpan Datta, Megha Prasad, Devjani Dev, Ananya Datta, Julie Datta, Payal Gupta, Hardeep Borua, who have made it possible. I hand over the forum to our respected registrar, sir, Professor Jiten Hazurika, sir, who is here to release the souvenir on this prestigious occasion of SANMILAN. So, Jiten, sir, I would request you to come forward.
Professor L.K. Nath, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dibrugarh University, Honorable Resident Chief Executive of Oil India Limited, Duliajan, Srijut Prasanda Porkakoti, Chairperson Center for Management Studies, Professor Kumud Goswami, and other faculty members, dear student friends, and audience online. At the very beginning, on behalf of all the officers working under me and all the employees working under me, welcome all of you to this 16th edition of SANMILAN. Actually, it is a industry academia convergence. I consider our university, Inaugural University, as an industry. It is a man-making industry. If we consider our Center for Management Studies, if we are able to produce a MBA, BBA, or a person having MTTM or some other qualifications, if they are fit for use, then we say that person is of quality. Person is of quality. This is a great challenge during this pandemic period for us. So why some type of debating is going on by about the conducting of examinations in these situations, whether we should go for online or offline. Many things are coming in this during period. But our aim is to produce a quality product. So far as any, if we consider this university as an industry, our question is, our product should, suppose he is interested to get a teaching job, he should fit for use. Similarly, if he is going to join in the oil industry, he should fit for use. This is the challenge during this period. Anyway, my duty is not to say about the fitness and wellness and everything about the theme of this convergence, particular 16th edition convergence. My duty is to release the souvenir. At the very outset, I congratulate all the, including editor, all advisors, all the person. In my hand, nothing is here. Just I have learned from the Asha about the souvenir. So I congratulate all the persons involved in this endeavor to make during this pandemic period also, they are able to publish a magazine in the form of souvenir or whatever. And by collecting some articles from the experts on the theme, I congratulate all the themes, all the persons involved in this endeavor. Plus, I congratulate all the contributors of this magazine. With these words, I don't want to go for the theme of this convergence program. With these words, I declare that this souvenir is released, and I wish grand success of this 2 days program at University Academia Convergence. Thank you. Thank you for providing me this opportunity to interact with these few words with you. Thank you. Thank you, organizers.
Thank you, Jiten Hazurika sir, Professor Jiten Hazurika sir, for his kind words. His words are always familiar and loving and adorable to all of us. We think of you, sir, more of a family member than a senior professor. I'm sorry to say that. I'm just expressing myself. So whenever we feel like we're in trouble, we remember your name first. I don't know why it happens, but it does. So thank you, sir, for your kind words and your humble nature for releasing the souvenir, and thank you for your words of appreciation. It goes a long way to make us do more, motivates us to further our efforts to increase the reputation of Dibrugarh University. We'll do our part in futures to come, and we hope the university involves the management team more in future endeavors to come and uses the skill sets that are available here. Thank you, sir. And I would like to add a few words.
We have to work as a team,
yes,
not singly. We have to
correct,
work
sir.
as a team.
Correct, sir. Absolutely, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. So I would like to also extend my gratitude to the editor of Souvenir, Dr. Himadri Burman, sir, who has meticulously, through day and night, edited the entire magazine, making sure that nothing, no mistakes or errors have crept in. We also thank Designer Graphics for printing the magazine, and the coordinators of SANMILAN, that is Vishal Gupta and Parinita Duora, and they are no longer in CMS. They are passed out. They are alumni now. But I wish them all success in their future endeavors. And whoever has contributed in smaller or bigger pieces, I extend my gratitude to them. With these words, I would like to hand over the forum again to Kumud sir, because we are gradually reaching the end of our inaugural session. We are giving out a break of about half an hour or 20 minutes before we start off Manthan, because we don't have any provisions for tea and there is no current technology to offer online tea. So, so I suppose everyone has to help themselves to it. And yes, sir.
Arshad, there is
Yes, sir.
provision of online tea. You can send the money to us. We can procure. No problem for that.
So perhaps that's a good idea, sir.
But not from the university fund.
So that's what I was meaning to say. I'll be sending tea from the same fund back to the university, so it doesn't. All right. Thank you. I would like to call for Kumud Goswami sir to make the closing remarks for the inaugural session here. Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
We expect tea from CMS family, not from Dibrugarh University.
All right, sir, we'll work it out. Definitely, sir. Thank you, Residential Chief Executive, sir, for attending through the entire inaugural session, sparing your most valuable time in the middle of a lot of meetings in this pandemic era. I suppose our work life has become more strenuous through online activity. There's no actually logging off from work. It's day and night for people who like working, so they find work wherever is possible. So I'm handing over the forum to Kumud Goswami sir. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Arshad. Am I audible?
Can I stop?
No, please, 1 minute. Am I audible?
Audible.
Yes.
Okay. Till now.
Not only audible, you are visible also.
Yes, thank you. So yes, so we could complete this inaugural session successfully, and we are reaching the last phase of this. I offer my heartfelt thanks to Professor Elkanat sir, Vice Chancellor, Dibrugarh University, Professor J. Hazurika, Registrar, Dibrugarh University, Mr. Prasanto Borkagoti, Residential Chief of All India Limited, and all other distinguished guests. Professor Ranjit Borua is also there. Then we have some alumni as well as past faculty. Biraj is there, then Ranjit is there. So I just utter by name, don't mind please. And
okay, sir, you are okay, sir.
Yes, I offer my heartfelt thanks to everyone, those who present, the students from CMS and outside also, and also some other departments, some faculties from our departments and centers. So I offer my heartfelt thanks to everyone for your active participation and to make this event a successful one. And we are waiting for subsequent events. We are having 3-4 events today, then tomorrow also some events. I request you all to remain present if your time permits. So thank you everyone. And can you
We shall log on at 12, sir. We shall log on back at 12.
You make the further announcement if it is necessary.
Sure.
Okay. So
Sure,
I am going to
sir.
answer again.
Okay. So thank you, Chairperson sir, and everyone present here from all around, whoever is present here. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for being a part of SANMILAN inaugural session. We are logging off for now. We'll be back at 12 noon. We're starting off in Manthan, and the highlight of Manthan, as I've already introduced the guest to you, we shall further have an introduction on the profile of the guest there. How are they relevant to the theme we have selected for this year? We'll start with the introduction and then the panel discussion. We'll log on at sharp at 11:55, start off with the introduction. We'll kick off at 12 noon. Thank you all. Thank you for being a part of the inaugural session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We can log off now.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You've shared me your PPT, but I seem to have misplaced it somewhere. Was it in my mail or my WhatsApp, sir? Can you
In your mail.
kind in my email?
Mm.
Okay.
It's like missing
Alright.
the boarding card at the point of boarding the flight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try. Otherwise, I will send you again.
All right, sir. I'm trying to search it again.
Mail. You can see in the
Yeah.
mail in continuity. I mean, the last mail you have sent, na? So
Yes,
I'm
I
not.
suppose. Yes, I got it, sir. I got it. Okay, no problem. So I'll put it up for you.
In the meantime, I will try from my screen sharing. If I can do it, is what
Yes, sir. Actually, yes. Actually, if you can share your screen, it's better that way because you can operate the slides also easily. Yeah, you can also start off a trial because we are right now we're only in a we haven't gone live yet, so you can start
So
sharing your
I'll
screen.
say share screen first.
Yeah, and then
should I put it in just a flight?
after you share your screen, whatever you do in your laptop is visible to us.
Okay.
So if
let
you
me
open up your PPT, yeah, kindly share your screen. We'll try to see how it goes. Have you got it, sir?
just a moment, because I have to get the permission for sharing my screen.
Okay. I request the host to kindly give the permission to share.
No, from my this is from my MacBook.
All right. So if it works this way, let me also try. So whichever happens first, let me see. So if it works this way, so it's not a
I think it's
problem.
coming.
Yeah, I think it's visible, right?
But then it has gone to some.
Your PPT.
It has gone into some windows.
It's just showing my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you are sharing from your end.
No. The PowerPoint is yes. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So I'll be hearing you over the mic. So whatever it's time to change your slide, kindly tell me next slide. So I'll operate the slides.
So should I go to my
It'll work this way.
share the screen, something like that again?
So yeah, you can also do it. You can also do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll do it.
No.
So Tridip sir is also joining us. I suppose Biraj Hazurika sir is already with us. And Anwesha madam, I wonder, I'm searching her over the part. Yeah, she has also joined. Montu Boro sir, I just gave him a call. Yeah, he's also with us. And I think everyone is here.
I think this is my screen now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir, but I cannot see your screen.
Now you can see my screen.
I still cannot see your screen, sir. Possibly it could be a mismatch between a MacBook and a Windows system. Could be. It's okay, sir. I'll show you your slides. I'll operate it from this side.
Okay.
No problem.
You can just
okay, sir. Yeah, sure. Tridip sir is saying he's connecting now. So I wonder if he's already here.
Arshad, do I need to check it once from my side also to save time?
You could do it, sir. It's always better to check it once. So you can share your screen. Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Okay.
It's visible. Yours is quite visible. No problem. So Montu sir and Anvesha madam is not going to share a PPT. So they are going to state their discussion verbally. That will also do. And three tips are I'm still searching for. Someone, Rimpi or someone, please unmute your mic. Rimpi, kindly unmute your mic. Hello. Unmute your mic.
Arshad, just a moment.
Yeah, no problem, sir. No problem. Tridip sir, have you joined the forum?
Arshad,
Rimpi, kindly. Yes, yes.
please request all the resource persons to use their original name so that it's easier for me to distinguish others. Then I can quickly mute. If somebody is not
Yes.
using their original screen name, that means names, it will be better.
Okay, okay.
The resource person
Okay.
kindly request. I think Biraj
Yeah,
sir and
could be.
Biraj and Mr. Ranjit.
Ranjit sir is visible.
Their,
Yeah.
actual names, not a problem. So it's much better that way.
Okay. Tridip sir has also joined us. Anvesha madam, can we hear from you? So Biraj sir, Ranjit sir.
I think Tridip sir is joining as TRS.
Yes, yes, yes. And Montu sir has also joined. Montu sir, can we hear from you? Are you present here? So that we can start the discussion.
Yes.
Okay, Montu sir is here. Fine. Anvesha madam, can we hear from you? Are you present here? Anvesha Dr. Gugoi madam.
Yes.
Okay. Anvesha madam is also with us. Welcome, madam. Yeah, you're visible and audible.
Okay.
Okay. We are already behind schedule for a little bit. I welcome all the participants again, along with the resource persons, to the 2020 to 21 version of SANMILAN, that is the 16th edition of SANMILAN, on the theme Fitness and Wellness for Managers, the Future of Productivity. The inaugural session was quite went well, I suppose. And now we're going to start off with Manthan. I would like to request Prarthana from MTTM to introduce the resource persons to the entire forum. If Prarthana may please introduce the resource persons. Prarthana, are you there? Hello. Hello, Prarthana, are you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
A very good morning to all. Yes, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A very good morning to all. I am Prarthana Brown. Sorry, sir.
Please continue, Prarthana.
Okay. It's my honor to introduce the dignitaries invited for SANMILAN today. For Manthan, we have 5 panelists. Our first panelist, he is
Prarthana,
a
excuse me.
professor and head Department of Orthopedics, Dibrugarh, Assam. He is undergraduate teacher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, now it is audible. Can you start from the beginning, please? Now it is audible.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Pratana, I think you're facing some problem. So what I'll do is I'll stop you there. I'll introduce the guest myself. Please don't mind. I apologize the entire participant forum also for this disturbance in network. So kindly accept our apologies. So let me introduce the resource persons for Manthan, or the panelists for Manthan here. We have retired professor and head of orthopedics from Assam Medical College and Hospital, Dr. Ranjit Barua sir, who has accepted our invitation to be a panelist here. Actually, last year I approached him to invite him as a chief guest concerning his enthusiasm for fitness and sports. He himself had engaged as a football player during his early days, so it was quite relevant to the team, and we are pleased to indeed have you in our forum, sir. So that's about Ranjit sir. I'm giving a very brief profile because it's abrupt in nature, and the designated student is out of network reach. So the next person to deliver here in our panel discussion is Dr. Biraj Hazurika, previously faculty member of CMS Dibrugarh University and presently as senior employee relations officer at Oil India Duliajan. So he's also a fitness enthusiast, and as far as I have my own knowledge about Biraj sir from the terms that I have with him, so he has quite a fair bit of knowledge about diet and nutrition, and as a passion or for application, and some interest in sports as well. So that's all about Biraj sir, and he has been quite helpful in organizing the entire event as well as getting the keynote address delivered by Residential Chief Executive sir. So he has been our liaison to Oil India Limited Duliajan. We hope to have further ties with Oil India through Biraj sir. So thank you, Biraj sir. So the next panelist is dietitian Anvesha Dr. Just a moment. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Sorry, I was disconnected from the forum. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Sorry. So the next panelist is dietitian Anvesha Dr. Gogoi madam. So when I went on searching for panelists who are relevant to the particular theme, name that consistently came up and was consistently referred to was madam's name, especially referred to by Dr. Ranjit Barua sir. Thank you for referring her name. She is quite an important part in this discussion, I suppose, because she is going to deliver on nutrition and diet for this part of the discussion. So that's about Anvesha Dotto madam. And we have our next panelist, Dr. Tridip Ranjan Sharma sir from Tezpur University Department of Business Administration. So he happens to be my co-supervisor in my PhD work. So I'm pursuing PhD under him as well as Dr. Pratim Barua sir in CMS. So sir, from my knowledge, has been interested in adventure sports and hiking. Hiking is his passion, so he visits places and has stories to tell. So that's all about his interest. The next panelist is Dr. Montu Boro sir, who is head IC of Director IC of Center for Physical Education and Sports in Dibrugarh University, who is an active participant in sports till now, who consistently takes part in sports activities, who has served as a director of our sports board for quite a long time, and I am glad to tell you that during his tenure there is so much of activity in sports in Dibrugarh University, and we have represented well in the field of sports and fitness in other universities and regional institutions as well. So that's all about Montu Boro sir, who is going to deliver from the physical education perspective. So this is the introduction I have about all the panelists here. I would like to announce the starting of the session. I would like to request Dr. Ranjit Barua sir to start off with his part of the discussion. So we shall proceed serially from in a sequence. I shall call for the speakers, and then we shall have a round of discussion and what is the way forward for this particular theme and how is it relevant to the management perspective. Thank you. I would hand over to Ranjit Barua sir.
Yeah. My slides, please. My slides. Can you share your screen? Yeah. Okay, friends, I'm really thankful. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
No, don't go to the next slide. I'll say next, then only please go.
Sure.
Thank you very much, especially for the Dibrugarh University, the Department of Center for Management Studies, especially Arshad, for giving this opportunity to share some of my experience in physical fitness. As we know that this topic has got two components. One is fitness and another is wellness. I think the wellness is out of my preview because it encompasses some other factors which was highlighted very nicely by the chairman of the CMS, as well as by the keynote address from All India Limited, Mr. Borkakoti. I'll be dealing with only on the fitness part of the topic. Fitness it's like a operating system in a computer. If you have got a original operating system without any pirated version, probably all the files will be there in the system, and your machine will be working very nicely. So I think that is the most important point of it, to understand why fitness is more important. Fitness is not just making some muscles and eating meat and protein or something like that. It's a holistic approach, and it involves a lot of persuasion from the persons concerned. Sorry. Next, please. Next. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible very much.
Please, next, please. Next, please.
I think some issue is there with Arshad.
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello.
Next slide. Yeah, don't go like that. Just stop there. Now look at this figure. This gentleman where it looks like sort of a 30 plus, between 30 to 40, and a corporate executive. He has studied well. He got his degree, got a nice placement in some of the corporate or any other business establishment, or he has done his own business, and then he started making money, properties, married to a beautiful wife, rare kids, good financial support. Finally, he finds himself after some period of time that he feels tired very soon. There are black marks under his eyes. He's irritated easily. He's angered easily. So he looked at his tummy, bulging out, cannot climb stairs and down, or cannot travel in a vehicle for long. He feels frustrated what to do. And he knew that this is because he's physically unfit. So what does he do? In a fine morning, he collects one good pair of shoes and track pants and the trunk. Goes out. Next, please. He goes out for different types of activity. He thinks that it's a high time that I should take care of my health. So what he does is goes out walking, cycling, or running, or whatever it is. First day, very nice. He comes back, tells wives, I'm feeling so good. Second day, he increases his activities. If it is in the first day, 10 minutes. No, don't do it. If it is 10 minutes, he will do it for 15. Like that, he keeps on increasing his activities, so that at the end of 7 to 10 days, he finds that he cannot walk because of the severe pain in the heel. He cannot drive, or next, he has got a severe knee pain. He cannot drive, he cannot climb stairs up and down. Next, please. So he sits like that, tries to take some rest, but he's still depressed. Next, please. Next. And he becomes gloomy. What to do? I've just started. Now what is going to happen to me next? This is why this has been happening. I'll tell you in a short while. Next, please. Now, if we go into the basic concept of health, this was been echoed by the chairman of the Center for Management Studies, Professor Goswami. Health is, next please, is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. This is very clear. This is a WHO definition. This is very important. It is not that you do not have diseases, but then there is a total well-being, so-called total well-being, both physical, mental, spiritual. What do you say about this? Next, please. And very importantly, every person has a right for good health or fitness. This is also in the charter of WHO. So persons who are employing this gentleman, or who are themselves are doing their job, they have got their health needs to be safeguarded. This is very, very important. Next, please. Now, what is fitness? Let us come to the point straightway. It's a marker of good health. When we talk about some diseases, I like say the financial status of a country is a GDP. So it is a marker of good finance of the country. For us, medical person, we have got so many markers for infections, for tumors, so many markers. Similarly, in a scenario of health, fitness is a good marker for good health. Next, please. Now, what is the definition of fitness? We talk about fitness in a general term, but then what is this? Is the ability to perform aspects of the daily activities, like you in the house chores, you carry a bucket full of water, you go underneath your bed to clear something. In the marketplace, you go out and buy your so many things and then carry them back to your vehicle. You can drive for a long time from Dibrugarh to Kaziranga at a stress without any problem. This is without any fatigue. You do not feel any laid down. And this is what is in general is a fitness. Next, please. But with the present generation, this target has been increased. It's like, once I met one of the gentlemen from the drug company. He said, today I'm very happy because I fulfilled my target of selling this amount of drugs. After 2 days, I met him again, and his face was very gloomy. I asked him, what is your problem now? He said, sir, my target has been increased. This is what is all about the target. Next, please. In the present scenario of automation and changes in the lifestyle, fitness has got an expanded scope. It is defined as an ability to function efficiently and effectively, not only in the day-to-day activities, but in the leisure activities like sports, to resist the hypokinetic diseases. This is very important. Manu janma hole janma kyoy aru loy hoy. The kyoy hol your hypokinesia. There is a reduction of your muscles, reduction of your size of your other tissues, the number of cells, everything. And this leads to, along with the aging process, it leads to different disease conditions, hypertension, blood sugar, cancer, tumor, whatnot. So just doing your jobs is not enough. You have to prevent this hypokinesia. Try to reduce this hypokinesia to some extent. And then a person is judged by how he behaves in an emergency crisis. You need to meet the emergency situations. Then only you are said to be in a good fitness of your health and mind. Next, please. Now, how to achieve this? This tree, apple tree. Next, please. How to achieve this? How can you achieve this fitness? How can you have a good apple tree with good fruits and everything? Next, please. First step, I am not telling you that you go to the field from tomorrow. I am telling you first thing is that you learn about your own body. You should know the structure, the physical and biochemical. What are the bones? What is the muscles? What are the capsules, ligaments? And then what are the biochemical products? This blood sugar, the urea, creatinine, uric acid, everything. It's not a rocket science. You don't have to learn the rocket science just to know. Like a physician and orthopedic surgeon, I know some of the basics of the engineering about the machines, about different screws, what are different types of machines and other things like that. You need to know, because if you do not know what is there inside you and what is their controls and what requirement and maintenance, how you are going to improve. So I earnestly request, whenever I give a talk or meet some youngsters, I always advise that you should always try to learn your body. It's not an issue nowadays. You have got Google, artificial intelligence, you know everything and anything. So please try to understand your body and its demands. Next, please. Now, how this is going to help you, this I have just told you. Next, please. Next. Next, can you hear me? Excuse me. Next, please. Now, I don't know how many of you have read The Future Shock by at Future as Alvin Toffler. One very important point, next, please. He mentioned about this thing, the learning, de-learning, and relearning. I always believe into this. When I was a young orthopedic surgeon, I learned something. In the process, I felt that this is not adequate. I should forget this. I try to learn what is going on today. So that is a de-learning. And then I try to learn what is going on today itself, and is relearning. So illiterate of the 21st century will not be a person who cannot read and write, but those who cannot unlearn and relearn. So I think this is very, very important. Next, please. The how to achieve the fitness. Next. What is the mantra? What is the mantra? Can I tell you just swaha and this is coming to you? I don't think so. Next, please. You see, don't rest and rust. If you take rest, you will rust. This is the natural phenomenon. If a machine is kept idle for a long period of time, it will get rust. And the live example, next please, to our present time is none other than John. Sorry, your side thing is not coming to my place. You know this gentleman, he earned his Nobel Prize at the age of 90 plus. So what is this? This is that you don't take rest. Next, please. How to achieve fitness? Next. Next. So there are plethora of things. I'll tell you just 5 of it. Proper nutrition. Next, please. You have taken everything. So go one back, back, go back, go back. Okay. So proper nutrition. No, stay there. Please stay there. Yeah, proper nutrition. I don't think I'll speak on this. Anisha is there. She will talk about what is the nutrition is all about. Next, please. Mild to vigorous physical exercises. This is very important. I am just taking some photos from the net with some dumbbells, doing all these curls and everything. It doesn't mean that you always go to a gym to achieve your fitness. It's not like that. You can do it, next please. Even you can do it with the body weight, your own body weight. Look at the first picture. The lady is trying to do a half crunch, half squatting. So look at these muscles in the back of the thigh, hamstrings, front, quadriceps, the calf muscles. These are working against the gravity. So once it is being done against the gravity, your power is, the body weight is the power what is being used in a dumbbell or barbell, whatever it is in a gymnasium hall. So this point is very, very important. How to start these all exercises? Next, please. Rest. You know, the gentleman who developed knee pain, the heel pain after 7 to 10 days of walking, running, whatever it is, this is called overuse injury. During all these, our daily activities, sitting, squatting, standing, climbing stairs, running, carrying weights, everything, it puts stresses on the concerned muscles and the joints, and they are subjected to some injury. You should give sufficient time them to recover. So what is the axiom? Axiom is that you start very small amount, minimal. Start once daily, once in a week. If you are comfortable, make it 2 days in a week after a couple of days. If you're still comfortable, you go 3 days a week. That is good enough to maintain. 3 days a week is good enough to maintain your physical fitness. Into that, you can do some pranayam and meditation, of course, daily basis, because that is from the mental as well as the spiritual part of it. I will not go into details of that. But for physical part, 3 days a week is good enough. Then prevent sarcopenia. Next, please. As I said, it's very important. You look at this picture. That is biceps muscle. Everyone know about it. This is a triceps. And you look at this picture, that there is a little gap between the skin and the bone in the center, and it's filled up with muscles. As you age, this bulk has reduced, and this is sarcopenia. So how can you prevent this sarcopenia? You can prevent this sarcopenia by exercises, proper nutrition, the proteins and other things, so that your degeneration is there, your cure is there, but it is reduced to a minimum. So this is the crux. That is why you should try to learn about your own body. Learn about your own body. Next comes your restored proprioception. Next, please. Now, what is proprioception? This is a very important concept. It is a mechanism which governs our body system from injury. Look at this. As this person settles down, getting down from the staircase, there is the knee goes into bending. If the knee is not controlled spontaneously from this bending, it will keep on bending and the person will fall down. This is being done by the receptors in the whole system. There are receptors connected to the nerves who work spontaneously with control from the brain. And these are called proprioception. Proprioception is the visualization of yourself or any single part of your body in relation to the time and space. Theory of relativity may be applied onto this. So this is very, very important. As person ages, along with muscles and other structures, proprioception also goes down. But then you can again regain it to some extent. If you keep on doing specific exercises for sarcopenia as well as from proprioception, 60 to 70% of the original will come back. And that is good enough to stretch you for few decades. Next, please. Now, up till now, I have told you that you do exercise, but there are some cautions. You start slowly. I told you, first day, 1 day in a week, maybe for 5 to 10 minutes. You do another once a week for another 1 week. If you feel that you can do it further, you increase to 2 times a day. As you keep on doing 2 times a day, you can increase from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, something like that. Very slowly, very slowly. And do it very less. Kam ke koribo are very important. It's not that you just today you go to the gym and lift something like this and you become fit. No, not like that. There are some mechanisms involved. There is some science involved into it, and you should always be under guidance. It's very simple, very simple. This will help you to prevent from any injury. Agat porar pora basi thakibo paribo. Next, please. Apni byam koribo, you do the exercises, keneke koribo, shoriৰৰ খাদ্যমতে koribo according to the capacity. Jodi apni capacity ko besi kori diye, apnar kane damage hobo. Your system will get injured. It will be like a disastrous effect to your body system. So you do it according to your capacity. That is why I've told you that you should learn your body. If you are taking a particular food and you feel that that food is not good for you, don't take it. This is what you keep on learning from your day-to-day activities. My knee is paining. Why it is paining? Which part is paining? You know that what are the parts there, whether it is bone in the muscle or just ligament or the capsule. You must know it. It's not a rocket science. Very simple. Next, please. Now, everyone is having a vehicle, 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler, 6-wheeler, whatever it is. What we do? Moment we ride on the vehicle, we start it and keep it for some time so that the engine runs. This is warm up. And this is very important. We do not go like that. Don't go like that. We see youngsters biking in the road with silencer off, making the life miserable not only for them but also to the bystanders. So please, you do a warm-up before doing any physical exercise. Next, please. So what are the different exercises? I don't go into details of it. You must be knowing all this. Walking, simple walking, walking with running, weight loading exercises, or you can use your body as a weight to increase your bulk, and then cycling. These are swimming. These are all trekking if you are comfortable enough. Next, please. So these are different types of exercises one can do. And very important, you do in a group. If you are doing alone at your room or at your house or just like that, sometimes you feel, I don't feel like, I'm not feeling well. Let me take some rest. So that procrastination will be there. And finally, you will stop doing your exercises. So you do in a group. What will happen? that you meet people, you meet ages. If you go to a gym, say 4 to 5 p.m. Slot, you find people like 60 years old, you get 55 years old, you get 20 years old, you get 25 years old. Make acquaintances with them, keep on talking to them. You will open up your mind, it will get relaxed, and you are also doing your exercises. And you feel like going there daily. And in group, I think the pranayama and the meditation are the two important parts of well-being, can be practiced, learned when you are in a group. Next, please. Okay, so I think I took some 20 odd minutes. What is the message from my small talk? I intentionally did not like to tell you what are different types of, what are the tidbits of doing exercises. I'm just telling you how to start, how to maintain it. That's what I was telling you. Next, please. So from my talk, I think I have told you that you should learn about the needs of your body. The fitness results from good food, control physical exercises. Never go beyond your ability. I have been repeating this several times. You should know your limit, your physical limit. This is important. Somebody is doing, say, 15 kg biceps curls. A person like me, if I go first day and lift 15 kg, probably I'll be in mass. So I should know what is my, how do you know it? You have to go, talk to an instructor. You know your body, what is your body weight, what should be, whether it is underweight or overweight, something like that. Then you start accordingly. This is very, very important. Or you are doing the exercise for the first time. You were a mugging guy, starting very hard from school days. Like nowadays, I feel pity about this. The students, the boys and girls, how much they do not have any time. In our time in school days, I think medical science, we had to do a lot of hard work. In spite of that, we played our games and something like that. So in school days, what they are doing, no time. 6 o'clock gets up, goes for tuition. Directly, the mother or father picks up and then goes directly to the school. On the way, takes a breakfast and everything. After the lunch will be packed, and after the school, on the way, he or she will take the food and go for another tuition. Moment she comes home, flat. So no time to, doing all those things. So please start very slow. There's no lead. You can see in the Google that old ladies, they have started, some of the old ladies, they have started doing fitness exercises and other things at the age of plus 60. And at 95, they're still going on very strong. So from 60 to 95, this 35 years, they could extract these years from time. So nice. So start slow, never go beyond your ability, control physical exercises, learn about needs of your body. Next, please. The ECG, electrocardiography, tracings, there are ups and downs, waves like that coming. So this is a movement. So long you have got the moments, you have got the life. So what is your duty? To maintain the life, you should be mobile. This line I have taken from our orthopedics jargon of doing some surgery, where you should be able to give movement to the patient immediately after operation, because life is movement, movement is life. Next, please. Thank you for your patient hearing. I don't know how much you could gather from my talk. We'll take the questions now or later on, I don't know. But then thank you very much for patient hearing. Thank you. Yeah, I am off.
Okay, thank you, Ranjit Borua sir, for the wonderful talk. We shall discuss the extracts from this discussion after we are done with all the panelists serially. Now, I would like to call forth Dr. Biraj Hazurika sir from Oil India to deliver his part of the discussion. Biraj sir, if you may kindly.
Yeah, thank you, Arshad. First of all, would like to thank you, Center for Management Studies, Dibrugarh University, for giving me this opportunity. I think sitting among one of the few of the best in the business and speaking after Professor Ranjit Purwa sir will be very difficult. I think Trideep sir and then Anvesha ma'am all are expert in their field. I'll take the liberty not to go too much technical. I'll try to, as the topic says, it's more about the fitness and wellness for managers and how it is related to the productivity. So I'll just take 1 minute to break down the topic. It actually says about the fitness and wellness of the managers. So it's more specifically talk about the business environment per se, or how it affects the managers in work life, and then how it affects the productivity as a whole. So I could not stop making few slides. Being a person from management background, we always tend to. So I've just made 1, 2 or 3 slides. I'll try to relate wherever it is. As I said, the topic is more about the fitness and wellness for managers and the future of productivity. What I have seen is, if you calculate average working adult, he joins, organization at the age, say for example, at around 24, and if you take that he retires at the age of 60, so he spent around 35 odd years in the organization. And by doing that, he actually spends 2/3 of his life. That is approximately, if you calculate, will be around 8,750 days of his entire life. That also calculates to around 70,000 odd hours of his life, which he gives to his work life. That means he spends more time in office with his peers, with his boss, or in the working environment than he actually does the other activities, that is spending time with his family or going out for recreational activities or other things. So this is very, very important as far as the corporate life is concerned. If you look in Western countries, the principle or the funda of fitness and wellness is from ages, but in Indian context, it has come a bit late. But then, yes, there are many companies, there are many organizations which has taken it very, very seriously. I still believe fitness and wellness as a profession, as a key designation or a position in a company is not that very important, which I feel has not been considered very aggressively. I'd like to start with a small story, spare some time for it. I'll try not to go too technical. There is one person who has joined a particular organization in Mumbai, and straight from campus, he has gone to Mumbai for joining an organization. He reached late, say around 3 a.m. In the morning. He went to the office for joining. The HR persons give him a call that, okay, fine, if you have come for joining, it's 3 in the morning. What you can do is you can take some rest in the office itself, and then we'll talk early part of the morning. So the person goes, he takes a nap. So he takes a nap till 7:38, and then he again gets a call from the manager. He calls him for the joining process, and before that, he tells him, go take a break and take your breakfast, take shower, and then we'll process for the joining. Now, this entire activity has taken place in the office setup itself. Now, when the person who has gone for joining is actually myself, and this is year 2003, and I'm talking about a very small company. It's not a very big company, approximately around 5,000 to 5,500 employees they employ. So in year 2003, it's a company which is whose owners are based on from US. The joining process starts, and to my utter surprise, the entire process was so smooth. Everything was online. But then one particular area which caught my attention, that they had taken a customized, feedback from my side, that what I eat, what are the things which I want to, leave in future, which I feel is not good for me. what are my health objectives, what I want to achieve, any disease or any likings, any dislikings, anything which irritates me, all this information they have collected. So this is what has been done in the joining formalities. While working, what I have seen is in the company, they have this provision of, relax rooms, gym sessions, yoga session, and this is not by it's not by force, it's by choice. And I've seen people spending more time in office, not just because they wish to work and it has been forced to them. They want to spend more time because they feel the environment as such per se is so positive to work. Now coming back to the topic which says about productivity. Now we'll have to understand what productivity is all about. There are two very important factors. One is the input and the other part is the output, which actually means the production or the productivity. But there are two ways to increase the productivity. One is you start increasing the input and you get the desired or more productivity. So how you do? Because a people-centric or the person or the human asset has a limited, what you can say is ability to perform. And after that, they drain out. It's not possible for them to work more. So you'll have to do something by which the input remains the same, but the output increases so that you can extract as much as possible from the human asset, that's your employees. I've just collected a few random things from the net, and I'm sorry because I've prepared it in a hurry. There is an astonishing facts of global research, which says a working class or a working adult suffers a lot because of the number of hours that he spent or he overstretched himself in the working environment. And the research shows that over 72% of the working adult actually suffers from the cardiovascular diseases. They are drained out. Majority are obese. They feel they are, they have the tendency to forget things. Hypertension. Majority suffer from diabetes. Result of which is absenteeism. People face migraine. They have back problem. They have spondylitis. So as Ranjit Purva sir has already touched the points on physical fitness, I'll not dwell much into it. But in my opinion, wellness is more than just the physical fitness. It has many dimensions. Like the physical is just one part, the emotional part, the occupational part, the intellectual part, the social or emotional connect. What I feel is the working class is actually detached emotionally. Once they tend to work for 10 hours, 11 hours, when they go back home, they realize they don't have enough space of mind, they don't have that energy, that zeal to work. The time that they want to deliver or they want to give it to the family is not there. So this is something which actually is affecting the working life. Now, a much talked about topic is the work-life balance. You must have heard the same in many of the corporates. Many of the corporates are still working on it. There are companies like Netflix. There are companies like SpaceX. There are companies like Tinder, which have their wellness program well designed. Now, very interesting to know, when I was working in Mumbai, the example or the story which I shared, the food that we eat during the office hours has actually been planned specifically by the company dietitians. Anmisha ma'am is there. She will definitely share the importance of important diets and the nutritional components while you work. So there are a few foods, there are a few things which actually induces the happy hormones that we say. So if you begin your day eating something which you are not supposed to do, or during the lunch you have something which you are not supposed to take, the effect will be manifold in the working life. I have seen, as I shared, there are many companies which are actually working on the wellness programs. More so in private sector, in PSUs like Oil India Limited, it's late, but then many companies have already started. To talk about my company, that is Oil India Limited, we are a petroleum sector company, very risk-oriented, physically very intensive requirements are there. People work on shifts, day in, day out, different and difficult tariffs. Working in all different areas is more so important that they take care of the physical health and the overall wellness. And there are a few examples which I would like to quote from Oil India Limited that the company has taken, which give you a good idea about how corporate use these wellness programs to not only motivate and engage people, but physically and mentally also they are more into the company work. As I said, medical checkups is one such activity which has been taken care with very intensively in Oil India Limited. There are regular medical checkups to see that the employees, even if they are reluctant to go for the medical checkups, the company take care of their medical checkups and gives regular feedback on how their health currently is. Apart from that, there are many other interesting things like the company-sponsored programs for wellness. There are training programs on tracking. So people go for tracking and drafting and all these things in Rishikesh or Manali. There are annual sports events which has been organized on a regular basis to engage people related more to the physical activities, but more so also to connect people socially. What we have seen is when people work in silos, they don't, and when they don't get a chance to meet other people, they don't know what is happening in and around. So it's very, very important that people are connected socially. So this petroleum sports promotional boards is there, which at an Indian level, the pan-India level, they organize events like the cricket tournaments, the golf tournaments, the football tournaments, where say for example for cricket, the players for Indian cricket team also take part along with the participants from different PSUs. So that is one such activity. There are many people who are more inclined towards the corporate social responsibility. They want to do something for the community even. So there are very many events organized by the company, within the company and from the company, which try to engage these people. There are many cycling groups. There are events like the Brahmaputra Volleyball League, Premier Volleyball League, where the company executives and employees will try to own a team. These teams are specifically created from far off operational locations, the operational areas of Oil India Limited, from the villages, where people try to give back to the society and try to engage with other stakeholders, not only within Oil India Limited. So these are a few of the engagement initiatives that have been taken place in Oil India Limited. I'd like to share one of the examples from one of our colleague from Oil India Limited. His name is Mr. Abhijit Kaur. So people, the health enthusiasts might be knowing that there is one event in international level which is very, very famous. That is the Ironman. It's considered one of the toughest event that has been organized worldwide. So I'm happy to share that Abhijit Kaur has not only participated in the event, but he has successfully completed the event. Not many from the pan-India level or per se at the international level have this opportunity or have the stamina, endurance to complete that event. So that is one instance which the company promotes. Now what I feel is wellness is something which is not, in Indian context, I feel this is more curative and people take it as an intervention strategy, not as something which should be of more continuous basis. That's what I said when I compare the Indian companies with the Western companies, the corporate culture. In Western countries, the wellness or the fitness manager is a very important person in the company, and in their core values, in their principal statements, you will see they want a company which is fit, The wellness directives are such which relate and engages people, which attracts people. I feel this pandemic will definitely change the mindset in Indian context too, because we're talking about millennials at the age group, or the people who have born after 85, 86. These young people actually value the company not by money they pay, the facilities they give, but definitely on their bucket list will be the medical facilities the company gives, the wellness program the company engages. So it will be a challenge for all the companies, not just private, but public sector too, to take care of these wellness programs. I think we'll get a chance again, Arshad, to come back. We'll try to come back and see what can be, what are the other things that is prevalent, what more needs to be done. I'll just try to wind up by taking few examples. So you have seen that they have started wearing these fitness bands. I feel in companies there can be one remuneration for achieving the fitness goals. So in your KPIs or the key performance indicators or the key result areas, there can be some targets, individual or a person wise, which can be given, and given an opportunity. If they achieve that, some remuneration can be given to them, something to do with their work life. So they believe working on the fitness, on the wellness is not by compulsion, but it's by choice, and it actually will try to add on to your working life. More so, I think interventions like some fitness apps, something can be given to the working professional, by which a small targets, if they achieve, feedbacks can be given on the go. Whenever they talk, they can discuss on this. So with this, I'll wind up, but I think I will come back once again once every other person speaks on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Biraj Hazurika sir, for the wonderful take on the subject and representing the corporate perspectives on the matter. We shall get back to the discussions. I have taken the extracts so for the further discussions. I would like to call forth now dietitian, who is a reputed dietitian, Anvesha Dr. Gogoi Madam, to the forum to deliver her talk on the matter. Madam, please.
Okay, a very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Ranjit Barua sir and Arshad for this opportunity. It is indeed a great pleasure to be part of it today. So, without much delay, let us move on to the topic that is fitness and wellness for managers, the future of productivity. Before that, let me discuss briefly about diet and nutrition. Your diet is the type and the range of food that you regularly eat. It's never too late to improve your diet. A proper diet is essential from the very early stages of life for growth, development, and active life. Now, the concern of today's health is the maintenance as well as the restoration of health. Food has been recognized as important for human beings in health and sickness through centuries. Now, the newer knowledge of nutrition gain recognition as a scientific discipline. Nutrition is the science of food and its relationship to health. So why do you think it is important? Diet and nutrition gained a lot of interest during this pandemic. So why do you think it is so important now? It is important whatsoever maybe the father of the disease is ill diet. ill diet or poor diet, which can attribute to decrease in one or more nutrients that we eat. Invariably, we must be doing that. So I'm here to talk to you how you can treat your diet to make your plate healthy. So eating adequately, appropriately, all the nutrient dense foods on a regular basis will help you to maintain your health. It is so important for us to stay healthy. So when we talk about nutrient dense food, what do you mean by that? Food that are rich in nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and healthy components like fiber, and which is limited in sugar, salt, and saturated fats. These components have to be low in the diet. Now I am going to give you 5 tips how you can incorporate these nutrient-dense foods into your plate. Include fruits and vegetables. Simple. It sounds very simple, but you should at least understand 5 food groups. That is carbohydrate-rich starch, protein, vitamins and minerals, fat, healthy fat. So minimum of 2 cups per meal. Altogether, it should be 5 cups of vegetables and fruits will give you adequate amount of antioxidant, minerals and vitamins, which will support your immunity. Next comes your whole grains. Choose whole grains like whole pulses, brown rice, whole wheat flour, oats, barley, ragi, etc. These are nothing but carbohydrates, which are complex. So you should cut down your simple sugar, refined flour also, and concentrate more on whole grains because that will give you fiber. It will give you satiety and helps you to maintain sugar and cholesterol well if you have such morbidities. Next comes your protein. Eat varieties of protein. It can be vegetarian or non-vegetarian protein, but it should be good quality, high biological value proteins. It can be from pulses, that is dals, milk, or animal protein like egg, meat, fish, and all this should be part of your meal plan. When we talk about your plate, it should have 1 part of starch, that is carbohydrates, 1 part protein, apart from fruits and vegetables. Okay. Next comes milk and milk products. Always try to choose low-fat milk and milk products, and at least have 1 to 2 servings of milk or milk products per day, which will help you to get your protein. So now next component is your gut health. If your stomach is happy, then your immunity is good. Okay, gut is the largest immune organ, and diet plays a very, very important role to keep it healthy. What can you eat to make your gut healthy now and happy? Fasting is the high fiber food. Now, why fiber-rich food is so important? What do you mean by fiber now? Okay, fiber act as the spoons, absorbing cholesterol in the digestive tract and carrying it out of the system. Eating 1.5 cups of cooked oatmeal, that is oats, a very good source of fiber, typically produces cholesterol-lowering results. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, dals, wheat husks, whole cereals, dahlia, barley, oats, nuts, and seeds are rich in fiber. Okay, now why fiber is so important? Because it is the prebiotic. What is prebiotic? Prebiotic is nothing but good food for the microbes. As we should all understand that all of us are home for 100 trillion microbes, and there are good microbes in our system. And when your good microbes are healthy, obviously your immunity is better. and for which these prebiotics, which you will get from fruits, vegetables, especially from garlic, ginger, etc. So eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Automatically you get prebiotics which will feed the good microbes. So when your gut is healthy, your immunity gets stronger. Next component is probiotic, which you can get from curd, yogurt, or you can have fermented vegetables also. These two are keeping your gut happy and healthy. So in order to stay healthy during this period, it is the balancing of all the components of diet together and ensuring that we stay away from fast foods because it can affect or bring down your immunity. And apart from food, what are the other factors which is very, very important are your sleep pattern, your exercise pattern. Okay, this is all about diet and nutrition. Now I want to come to the topic. Now, how to stay fit amid busy schedule. We are very, very busy during these days. So what we can do, start your day with yoga, exercise, pranayama, meditation, and drink a glass of lukewarm water with some lime juice as this detoxify the system. Add honey for cold, cough, allergy, asthma, high blood pressure, and obesity. Drink herbal tea, green tea that is, and avoid milk tea, coffee. And your lunch should include sprouts, sprouted moong, whole moong, salad, fresh green chutney, raita, whole dals, green leafy vegetables, and all the other colored vegetables. Okay. Mix wheat flour, ground dates, chana, Bengal gram chana, soya bean, corn flour, and multigrain atta for making your roti and chapatis. And always keep your dinner light. Fast once in a week and consuming only fruits. Cut down on refined sugar, sweets, junk food, processed and preserved food items, and have small and frequent meals throughout the day. Have 5 to 6 meals a day, 3 major meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 snacks in between, intermediate snacks items. Okay, and drink lots and lot of water and stay hydrated. Take vitamins and mineral supplements as prescribed by your health practitioners, and go for annual whole body checkups. Set up a reality timetable and stick to it. So thank you for your patience, attention. Thank you so much, especially Arshad. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
It was our pleasure, ma'am, that you could be a part of this program, and we hope to consult more towards nutrition aspect of managers, because we want our future managers to also learn about diet, how to boost their productivity in it. We shall discuss more about it later. Thank you, ma'am, for your talk. And I shall now like to call forth Dr. Tridip Ranjan Sharma from Tezpur University Department of Business Administration to deliver his talk on the topic. Sir, if you may. Hello. Sir, Tridip sir, are you available? Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Hello, sir. You're not audible yet, sir.
Am I in?
Yeah.
Somebody please check. Am I in? My voice, is it in?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
are.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Maybe the plug had come out. And all right. Good afternoon, everybody. After such if I may use the word heavy duty deliberations by heavyweights in the field of nutrition, field of wellness. I don't know how much I'll be able to do justice, but anyway, I'll just deal not with the technical part, of what you call the wellness part, but let's see if I can go along with talking about the from the user's angle, that is, and as normally I don't use this slides and all right now also. Anyway, without slides, hope Arshad will permit me to carry on without slides and all. What about the video thing? Is my
The
video
is
okay,
visible.
or
Yeah. We can see you.
all right, or no, something, because on my screen it is showing too much of yeah. Okay, anyway, let's proceed. Thanks for inviting me, CMS, for giving me this opportunity. This is not the first time that CMS has invited me for Manthan. I had the opportunity earlier also. At that time, I played the relatively low-key role of being the moderator. But this time, apparently, the responsibility is on deliberations. And that time, it was good. It was good that I could actually physically go to Dibrugarh, physically go and visit that beautiful city of Dibrugarh, and also had the opportunity of staying at the guest house. Professor Buraguhai was at the helm of affairs as the Vice Chancellor, and since he was also our colleague at Teshu University, so when I walked into the auditorium, it's called Ranghar, right? The beautiful auditorium of Dibrugarh University that just nearby CMS. When I just walked in, he gave a very hearty welcome to me. Today it's nice to see old faces, and it actually lifted my spirit. I mean, all the body fatigue, all the tiredness that had gone into me when I was just driving out. It just vaporized in just that one single personal what you can say welcome. That means much more than the official welcome that the organizers definitely had in store for me. But no, what my point is, we need to feel good. We need to feel good to deliver. And this is one angle that Dr. Borua had very well. You have very well placed it. Apart from the physical thing, we need to feel good. We need to have a feel good factor in us. In this currently in this scenario of disruptions, currently it is absolutely in disruptions, right? The world is in totally disrupted sort of thing. Now, in this area of disruptions, what is normalcy? If this is normalcy, that I connect with you from a distance, if this is normalcy, then we need to accept this new normal. I don't know for how much duration this will stay. Is this the new normal? If so, in that case, digital connection is in for good. I mean, we are no longer separated by the physical distance. As Dr. Biraj had mentioned just a while ago, the work-life balance. Now, many organizations, they are giving high priority to this work-life balance, especially in the West. It is considered as a high amenity. It's a high incentive. Given the same amount of monetary incentive, two organizations will have difference in employees' loyalty. If the wellness factor is high in one organization as compared to the other organization, to a great extent, this is the reason why Google has been voted as one of the top places to work in, or rather the top place to work in. Why? Because it's a place where they have fun. They have fun delivering the deliverables. They have fun delivering the deliverables. In other words, they have fun working out how they are supposed to work. This balance is important because we have three angles out here. One, the deliverable. We need to deliver that. Now, who will deliver that? The person. The person has to deliver that physically. The person has to deliver that mentally. That is the third angle. We have got a triangle out here with the deliverables. If I use it as a top thing, because of which I exist, because of which the organization exists, it's basically deliverable. It stands on two pillars. Like the first pillar is the physical condition of the person who is delivering it, and the second one is the mental condition of the delivering it. To a great extent, we focus on the physical well-being. What about the fatigue factor? What about the mental well-being factor? This is where this work balance this thing comes to a very important angle. It comes to a very it comes to the forefront. So those organizations who are providing incentives on this balance, on maintaining this balance, these organizations can be said to be amongst the top employers. We have something, there's a fad, Zumba. Now, if the organization supports and uses Zumba as one angle for making people happy, after work we'll have a Zumba session. Mind you, it should not be a ritual. It should not be like what you say, something that somebody has to do that. No, it is not. If you are fine, just go and have a session of Zumba. There's a room out there. Is it possible or not? All right. The point is it possible or not? Then another angle by which I can sort of make myself happy by combining all these three angles in the triangle is if a person parks his vehicle at a certain distance, not directly near his office, and then walks to his office. If a person decides to take the first one or two stories by one or two stories by lift, and then goes the next 2 or 3 stories by using the steps. So if that angle of wellness can be brought in, the mental fatigue will go out. There's a possibility of physical wellness coming in. Of course, physical fitness will come in. Now, this mental fatigue we need to take care of very much. And one very good way of doing that, I'm talking about wellness from the manager's practicing angle, not only from the physical, but also from the angle. Like, there's a concept in the West. They use it as a weekend freedom. What about this weekend freedom? They work heavily for the 5 days, and for a Saturday and Sunday, they just forget anything and everything about the workplace and go for a weekend. In other words, you totally distance yourself mentally and recharge yourself for the next week. By disconnecting from work, you basically leave your fatigue behind. So you are able to recharge yourself, and that gives a very good impetus for the mental well-being of a person. You become mentally fit, and you can deliver more in your workplace next week. Now, why this thing comes to my mind? I normally travel. Yes, Arshad had told about these things a little bit in the initial introduction that I like traveling, I like hiking. I do. Almost every year, I sort of make a pilgrimage to the mountains. It's sort of a pilgrimage to the mountains. I definitely go to the mountains. I just sort of lose myself. Many organizations right now, they have got a policy of forced holiday on the employees. This angle is taken care of out there. You just lose yourself. You just leave your work behind and recharge yourself for the next work, for the next amount of work, for the next, next duration. Unfortunately, this is not possible in this digital connect world. We work from anywhere, fine. We manage from anywhere, fine. But we are also controlled from everywhere. We're controlled from anywhere. We're controlled from everywhere. In this context, in this way, it's very difficult to distance yourself from the office, because this cell phone connects you at all point of time, because almost the whole world, at least our related world, I'm not talking about the hinterlands of Africa or the top of Mount Everest. Even Mount Everest is connected. Like now, since we are connected, it's very difficult to leave that connection behind. So what can be done? The first and foremost is not from the employee's side, but from the manager's side. A manager has to respect privacy. A manager has to respect time. Now, because I'm talking to an audience who are
सेम होगा लैपटॉप का इशू है
तो ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस लाया तो था
नहीं कनेक्शन हो रहा है आवाज नहीं आ रहा
I request the audience to kindly mute your mics while speaker is giving his talk.
Okay, no issues, no issues.
Kindly mute your mics.
I just thought that some audio signal might be coming for me. Can I continue, Arshad? All right.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Yeah, like so a good manager, that's what most of my audience tomorrow will be managing the world. Tomorrow will be managing the economy, the business. Some of you will be big shot. Most of you will be in different fields, in different areas. The manager and the managed, the person who are working under you, the person who are controlled by you, or in the initial days, you are being controlled by your managers. Respect for time, respect for privacy has to be there for reducing this mental fatigue. Unless and until your office is on fire, unless and until there's an earthquake and you are going down into Mother Earth, please don't call your employees at all point of time. Just because he or she is connected doesn't mean that he or she is under your official control 24/7. That person needs his own time. Allow him that own time. Now, this work from home is creating a problem in this angle. I have seen many of my colleagues, many of my friends, many of my spouse of my colleague, maybe it's a husband or a wife. Work from home means even though they are at home, but they are totally connected at all point of time. So now the stress is double. Initially, the stress was only domestic stress or office stress. There was hardly any overlap. But now the stress is double in the sense the person is at home. So the rest of the family members might expect that person to give time for the family. But on the other hand, he or she is also connected. He or she is connected to his workplace, to his office. So obviously the fatigue, the tension is one on another, and this person is sandwiched in between. If this happens 24/7, at which amount of time, during which amount of time will this person unload his fatigue? this is a big problem which has cropped up in the last 1 year, and now we are going to the second year of this pandemic disruption. This is the theme on which I thought that I will be talking, or rather I had been talking. This pandemic disruption, work from home, and our mental fatigue. Okay, the wellness on the mental thing. So earlier we used to have only two type of collar workers. One is a blue collar, one is a white collared. The blue collar works on the field, in the workshop, in the floor, and the white collar in the office. But when the service sector came in, a third type of worker has come to the forefront, is the knowledge worker. Now this knowledge worker technically may not be needing too much of physical wellness, if I may say so. More of a mental wellness is required, but obviously physical wellness and mental wellness is related. Now this physical wellness, if I understand correctly, is because of physical fatigue which has come in. But what about the mental fatigue which is not visible directly? A person is obviously, as Dr. Borua had initially said, the person who was stressed one day, he was free the other day mentally. So this mental fatigue has to be unloaded, and this is the one possible way is obviously give that own time, private time. Now, many organizations, obviously, as Dr. Hazurika has very well mentioned, many organizations has this thing in place, this mental wellness program. In fact, one study in 2014 by Harvard University, they found that if an organization spends something like $1 for mental wellness upliftment of the employees, I mean, they did a study that was in 2014. It was published in HBR, Harvard Business Review. Like for every dollar spent by an organization on mental wellness of the employee set, the related expense on absenteeism because of many reasons. The related absence because of absenteeism, it goes down by around $2.73 per employee. Okay. No, so basically what happens is that the organization is spending $1 on mental wellness, and not only mental, I mean the physical and mental, mainly on the mental, because they also give mental sessions and all. And the organization gets a benefit of around 2.73. So if I deduct 1 from that 2.7 or 3, I get a net benefit of around $1.7 to $2 per employee. This was a research outcome by Harvard University, which was published. That article name is In Defense of Corporate Wellness Programs. It's in February 2014 issue of this HBR. They had published this research. So whatever we had been talking about, whatever my co-speakers, my co-panelists, and we had been talking about, the theme of today's discussion, it's not only practice, but it has also been actually found out by the academia. The reality is that that's the beauty of the part. The workers, the managers, the practitioners, I mean, those who are working, they are getting practically what the academia has published, academia has put into writing. Which means there is reality in this academic findings, and we are very much in the right track. If some outcome of today's discussion, if some outcome of this manthan can be delivered somewhere as that pot of Amrit after Samudra Manthan. And I'm sure CMS will do that. CMS will take the step of combining everything, whatever is coming out from these discussions as a specific deliverable to some platform somewhere who can put these things in practice and obviously keep the ball rolling. I guess, all right, I have exhausted my extempore speech. I guess my 5 minutes of what do you call that, extempore speech competition is over, and I can see Arshad smiling. Thank goodness sir has stopped. Okay, over to you, moderator.
Thank you, sir. Thank you again for pulling my leg. And it was a wonderful talk from your side, and unconventional and untraditional as ever, and yet make always on point to the objectives, bringing in references from HBR. And I think the whole discussion is very on point because from all the spheres we are getting specific details, and we are getting very good materials. The discussion is kept in line with the theme. The moderator's role is very limited here, which I'll try to take it up and do justice in a little while. Thank you, sir. We'll talk about this. There are a lot of things. My pages are filling up with the materials that the resource persons are delivering, so we shall have to talk about it because this is not yet done. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call for our last panelist, Dr. Montu Boro, sir, head IC or director IC of Center for Physical Education and Sports, Dibrugarh University, who is a very active member in sports and fitness, and would deliver, I think, from his experience alone is sound enough for a theme like this. I would like to call for Montu, sir. Please have the forum.
May I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Sir. Okay. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the CMS team for organizing this event in online mode, as we came to know that it is supposed to help since long before. So anyway, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thanks to the CMS family for inviting me as a panelist in this occasion. And I just would like to share my ideas, as I supposed to request to Arshad to give me the opportunity to speak at last, because I like to hear everyone's first, and then I like to share my ideas. And as already I talked to you that my respected Borwa sir also told me to share a few things which he will not covering like that. So here I'm very happy to come in front of you to share my ideas. But anyways, as I'd like to come to the point, I'm talking about the fitness, like how we can achieve it, and what are the probable factors which are affecting to the fitness. So now I would like to request everyone to just close their eyes and just to remember, analyze your like day-to-day activities. It is, I mean to say that if you ever feel that in between the activity you had left your walks, or have you ever experienced that after the completion of the walk or completion of the office hour, if you have supposed to continue your walks for certain emergencies, have you continued or left that walk or kept it for the next day? It represents your what is the level of fitness at that particular moment. That means it means the fitness definition itself. It says that fitness is the ability to execute a daily task and have the emergency, have the energy to meet the emergency demands. And then only we can say that we are fit. But this stage or this concept or these things, it will not be same every day, because the fitness or this your level of fitness will is normally depends on various factors. So if you feel like, you can take the examples today at the very inaugural sessions, I have seen there's more than 141 participants, and right now as I have seen this 109. What does it mean? You can analyze here how we are fit to participate in that particular program. That is, whatever the reasons for leaving these programs, these areas you can consider as the factors affecting your fitness. As various dimensions already been discussed with the panelists, like it may be the physical, it may be the like occupational, or it may be the like financial, whatever it is. It is science matters. So whatever it is, that means we people are not determined to participate in this program up to the end. And these durations, the exceeding duration of this program is the like emergency demands. We're supposed to finish this program by 2, but it will, or it already been, it will cross the times. So in this regard, we have to prepare ourselves. Now I'd like to highlight one very popular statements, and everybody used to follow. This is called that sound mind resides in sound body. Sound mind resides in sound body. Then, and if is together will be there in a person, then you can say that he is fit. That's why fitness is not only means the physical fitness. Fitness terms itself covers everything. Like it may be the physical fitness, it may be the psychological fitness, it may be the social fitness, it may be the emotional fitness, whatever the dimensions already covered in the emotional side. Okay, the wellness side. If the both are clubbed together, then it becomes wellness. Okay, so these statements we always used to follow, but how many of us trying to maintain this or achieve this motto of this statement in our daily lives? This is important. The next one is that another statement is that we used to say that health is wealth. That means if you are healthy, then you can earn, you can give, like that. So to be healthy is a prime. That's why the Mao Zedong, you may heard about the Mao Zedong, the Chinese leader. He already stated in 1949 that fitness is first. Fitness is in the first position and study in the second. So be fit, study well, and work better. This is the concept of Mao Zedong, and what Chinese people are following this, and that's why they are progressing like anything. So, but we are neglecting this fitness part, that is the health part, in day-to-day life. We are concentrating on other aspects. That's why day-to-day, day by day, we are deteriorating our fitness. And as you know, that the growth and development pattern of the human being, this level of fitness will be like inverted U pattern. Like it's like you start from the like conception, and you can achieve the top in the youth. That is when you are young, and gradually it will start to reduce. This is the normal natural phenomena of our human life. But fitness, we can improve up to a certain level, and beyond that we can maintain it, because it's the nature of our growth and development. So in this regards, what do we have to do in this case? So first of all, as earlier panelists already said the importance of fitness or the well-being or wellness in the professional growth. That is maybe in the manager, it may be in the other professions. But we have to consider, or we have to think about the improvement of fitness. It may be the physical fitness or it may be the psychological fitness. That's why the fitness, as we know, the fitness is divided into categories. Like why we need actually. One is general fitness, which is need for everyone, and another one is specific fitness. Like the persons may not fit like me, but he may fit in his particular areas. I mean to say, মই মানে কি মাজতে অসমীয়াটো কম কিছুমান বস্তুটো ক'বলৈ বেছি সুবিধা হ'ব যেনেকে suppose এটা more area in my area, suppose I am fit enough, but comparatively fitness is less than me, but he is fit enough in his particular area. It depends upon his nature of activity or nature of occupations or nature of that is requirement of the occupations or requirement of his activity. So depending on that, we can classify the fitness like a general fitness and a specific fitness. So that's why a person may not be healthy, but he may be fit in his particular area. So fit, specifically to be fit is not necessarily to be like healthy. Have you seen, if you aware that Paralympics, this para sports, मतलब जो physically disabled और करने जीवन खेल, हमें तो normally माने health और definition की कोई, आमा की कोई, what definition says that physically deformities थाकी वो ना लगे बोली कोई, but at the same time they are participating in the international events and earning glories. एक ही हमें सब ऊपर. And next, I would like to highlight the areas where we can improve. Like আমি এটা যাওঁ জিমত যায় মানুহে জিমত যায় আমি সবে দেখিছো গৈ আছে কৰি আছে but what they are doing there, are they are doing systematically? This is the main thing. আমি তো ফিল্ডত যাওঁ দৌৰো কৰো আমি সবে কৈছো খাব লাগে কৰিব লাগে কিন্তু কি খাম কি কৰিম হেতু আমাৰ কাৰণে ডাঙৰ কথা. That's why there is a few things like nutrition and nutrition that is balanced diet. What is balanced diet? Balanced diet always different to person, and it will different day to day because the energy requirements is depends upon the activity, like how strenuous activity you are doing or how normal works you are doing. So hey karone amar jitu diet hoy balanced diet or porimano aji jitu ase kaile hetu nohobo gotike hetu day to day change hobo aru jitu amar exercise pattern hetu day to day change hobo. That means I mean to say that the fitness programs bonoa aru participate koratu kiman mane dangor kotha ba kiman tan kotha hetu ami janibo lagibo. Normally ami etu khabo lage kole nohobo ba ami improve koribo noarim kintu ketia ki kham কোনটো দিনা কি খাম হেতু কাৰণে আমি পুরা পার্সন কনসার্নৰ প্রোফাইল ডেইলি ওয়ার্ক প্রোফাইল আমি লব লাগিব লয় পেলাই তে লগৰ পার আৱাৰ কিমান ঘন্টা কৰে কোনটো এক্টিভিটি কিমান ঘন্টা কাৰণে কৰে হেতু লব লাগিব তাৰ ওপৰত তাৰ ক্যালোরি ৰিকোয়ারমেন্টস কিমান আছে আৰু হেখিনি ফুল তাতে ক্যালোরি ৰিকোয়ারমেন্টস আছে তাত ডমিনেটিং মানে নিউট্রিশন বা এনার্জি কি লাইক ফ্যাট প্রোটিনস whatever it is. So accordingly we need to prepare and then only we can achieve. At the same time, in case of physical exercise is concerned, we must have to identify and understand the nature and structure of the exercises and how it can be performed. And for that purpose, we have to follow our own anatomical structure. Pranjit Bora sare eta slide it hoisile that physical structure, mane biochemical structure, mane eibor bishoye ami janibo lagibo. Exactly, everything is to be assessed. And before that, prime thing is that we have to analyze our present conditions. আমি আজি তাৰিখত ফিটনেস প্ৰগ্ৰাম ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিম বা মই ফিটনেস ডেভেলপ মই কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছো কিন্তু মই বৰ্তমান স্থিতিত কি ষ্টেজত আছো বা মোৰ ফিটনেস লেভেলটো কি হেতু আমি এসেস কৰি লব লাগিব প্ৰথম. সো হেতু নজনা কি আমি জানেকে এতিয়া জিমত যাই everybody used to go to gym and lifting like weights and all, but how much weight they has to lift এইখিনি কথাটো তেলকে এসেস কৰি লৈছে নে নাই বা আমি কৰিছো নে নাই তাৰ ওপৰত ডিপেন্ড কৰিব আমাৰ ইমপ্ৰুভমেন্ট. গতিকে everything is depends upon strength and endurance. Everything depends upon strength and endurance and the flexibility. এই তিনটা বস্তু আমার কানে বহুতে দৰকাৰ others components are there is like speed and coordination body composition something like that but আমি এইখিনি বস্তু কৰিলে অটোমেটিক্যালি কিছুমান আমি কি ইমপ্ৰুভ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ কিন্তু যেতিয়া আমি এতিয়া দেখিবলৈ পাওঁ যে everybody used to go to walk মানে সবে যায় খোজ কাঢ়িবলৈ আৰম্ভ কৰিছে দৌৰিবলৈ আৰম্ভ কৰিছে কিন্তু কিমান স্পিডত আমি স্টাৰ্ট কৰিম সেইটো আমি কেনেকৈ ডিসাইড কৰিম বা ইমানখিনি পাবৰ কাৰণে আমি ইমানখিনি স্পিডত ওয়াক কৰিব লাগিব কিয় স্পিডত ওয়াক কৰিব লাগিব ইমানখিনি স্পিডত ওয়াক কৰিলে কি হ'ব সেইটো আমি কেনেকৈ কম পাম that's why there is endurance or ক্ষেত্ৰত বা aerobics capacity ওপৰত যেতিয়া কনসেন্ট্ৰেট থাকে তেতিয়া সদায় আমি কিহৰ কথা হাৰ্ট ৰেট আমাৰ যেটো হাৰ্ট ৰেটৰ ওপৰত আমাৰ কন্ট্ৰোল থাকিব লাগিব হাৰ্ট ৰেটৰ বিষয়ে আমি নিজৰ হাৰ্ট ৰেটৰ বিষয়ে আমি জানিব লাগিব everybody knows that this pulse rate this heart rate is the normal people is 72 for adults কিন্তু তাতে কিছুমান মানুহ আহিব মোৰ 65 যে মোৰ 85 যে এটো লৈ আমি বহুত টেনচনত থাকো গটিকে if you are 72 এজি হ'ব লাগে তেনেকা কোনো কথা নাই it depends on various factors like environmental climatic conditions মোৰ বৰ্তমান কিমান ষ্ট্ৰেছৰ আছে তাৰ ওপৰত ডিপেন্ড কৰিব ইনস্ট্যান্ট সেন্স টু এইবিলাক কথা আছে গটিকে আমি চাব লাগিব ৰেস্টিং হাৰ্ট ৰেট ইন দা সেন্স লাইক ৰাতিপাই উঠি যেতিয়া আমি মানে অন্য একো কাম কৰাৰ আগতে আমি পালস ৰেট আমি জুখিব লাগিব আৰু এই পালস ৰেটৰ ওপৰত বেছ কৰি আমি কাম কৰিব লাগিব দিস ইজ কল্ড ৰেস্টিং হাৰ্ট ৰেট আৰু তাত কিছুমান ক্ৰাইটেৰিয়া আমি ফলো কৰিব লাগিব যেতিয়া আমি পালস ৰেট টেষ্ট কৰিম তেতিয়া আমাৰ নরমাল সাউন্ড স্লিপ হৈছে নে আমি তাকো চাব লাগিব যিকোনো দিনত আমি ললেও নহব যেনেকে if you are like dreaming like very like what is that horror kind of things or something like that যাৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ ৰাতি টোপনিত মানে বহুত দৌৰাদৌৰি কৰিলো কাৰবাৰ লগত কাজিয়া কৰা সপোন দেখিলো তাৰ পিছত গৈ পেলাই বলে ৰাতিপুৱা মানে কি মই হাৰ্ট ৰেট লবলৈ গৈছো then it will your heart rate will be like something wrong গতিকে আমাক লাগে সাউন্ড স্লিপৰ পিছত হাৰ্ট ৰেট এটোৰ ওপৰত ক্যালকুলেশন কৰি আমি কিমান হাৰ্ট ৰেটৰ লৈকে কাম কৰিব পাৰো it is called maximum heart rate this is 220 minus age 220 minus s যিমান থাকি যায় এটো হল ম্যাক্সিমাম হার্ট রেট তাৰ মানে আমি কিমানলৈকে স্ট্ৰেচ কৰিব পাৰো তাৰ পিছত আহিব যে আমাক টাৰ্গেট হাৰ্ট ৰেট আমি কিমানলৈকে লৈ কাম কৰিব বিচাৰো মানে ডে টু ডে লাইফত আমি গ্ৰেজুৱেলি ফিটনেস ডেভেলপ কৰিবলৈ হলে মানে দ্যাট ইজ এন্ডুৰেন্স যদি ডেভেলপ কৰিবলৈ হয় তেতিয়া হলে আমি এই কথাটো গুৰুত্ব দিব লাগিব we have to consider this thing like what is your target যে মানে ফেট বার্নিং জোন কৰিম নে এনাৰবিক বা কিমানলৈকে যাম এইটো কাৰণে আমি এটো কৰিব লাগিব গতিকে স্পোর্টস সায়েন্স says that the up to 120 pulse rate it can be considered as a normal that means আমি ওয়ার্ম আপ কনসেপ্ট সবে আমি জানো ওয়ার্ম আপৰ সময়ত 120 pulse rate ৰিচিভ কৰিব লাগিব এজন মানুহে যিকোনো কামৰ কাৰণে মানে কি এটো কাৰণে তেতিয়াহে আমি কোনো কাম মানে কষ্ট নোহোৱাকে বাকি কামখিনি কৰিব পাৰো বুলি আমি ধৰিলো মানে কি স্পোর্টস সায়েন্সে কয় ইন কেস অফ স্পোর্টস এক্টিভিটিজ কনসার্ন গটিকে সেইকাৰণে আমি গ্ৰেজুৱেলি লাহে লাহে স্টাৰ্ট কৰো যিকোনো কাম তাৰ পিছত যেতিয়া হাৰ্ট এন্ড লাংস কে যেটো কাৰ্ডিও ৰেসপিৰেটৰি সিস্টেমে যেতিয়া ব্যালেন্সড হয় বা এডাপ্টেড হয় বা সিচুৱেচনৰ লগত এডজাস্ট হয় তেতিয়া আমি কন্টিনিউয়াসলি আমি কাম কৰি থাকিব পৰা হম বা বহুত সময়লৈকে কাম কৰি থাকিব পৰা কেপাসিটিটো আমি পাম this is one and at the same time this heart rate increasing of the heart rate depends upon your muscle mass মানে body size or উপর ডিপেন্ড কৰিব যে more size to কিমান তাৰ requirements to কিমান oxygen requirements to কিমান that means to heart rate or main কাম to হল যে আমাৰ working muscles ত heart মানে oxygen supply কৰা because oxygen is the fuel for of energy যে মানে কি energy liberation process of resynthesis কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ oxygen দৰকাৰ হয় so that's why it's coming like that so this is another concept eto kom homoy bhitor ami koi hack koribo noaru but I mean to say that you have to consider your heart rate number 1 is that in case of strength ami jao sida gong je aji karwak jodi huda jai gymot kiman kg uthala iman kg uthaisu eta kuntu part or kiman kg uthaisu this is mean tar kane ami kom je maximum lifting capacity ji kono weight দাঙিব পৰা ক্যাপাসিটিৰ ওপৰত ক্যালকুলেট কৰি পেলাই আমি ৰেজিস্ট্যান্স ইন্টেন্সিটিটো আমি ক্যালকুলেট কৰো আৰু তাত কম যে দিস ইজ কল্ড ওয়ান ৰিপিটিশন ম্যাক্সিমাম দ্যাট মিন্স যি কোনো ওয়েট টু এবাৰত কিমান ওয়েট দাঙিব পাৰে তাৰ ওপৰত নিৰ্ভৰ কৰি এজন মানুহৰ ক্যাপাসিটি নিৰ্ভৰ কৰি তেওঁলোকৰ বিভিন্ন ক্যাটেগৰীৰ মানে ওয়ার্ক ইন্টেন্সিটিটো আমি ক্যালকুলেট কৰো এতিয়া এটো কথাত কম যে স্কোয়াটৰ কাৰণে বেলেগকে লাগিব বাইসেপৰ কাৰণে বেলেগকে লাগিব লেগ প্ৰেছৰ কাৰণে বেলেগকে লাগিব সবৰে বেলেগ বেলেগ Now you see how many movements we are having, like arm section movement ase, leg movement ase, abdominal movement ase. That's how capacity ami heikini capacity calculate kori lohe ami koribo lage. Very systematically jodi ami koru. And beyond that, we are doing everything in subjective manner. We are not objective. আমি সাবজেক্টিভ মেনাৰত আমি এটা লামসাম আইডিয়া নিজৰ কেপাসিটিক এনালাইজ কৰি আমাৰ বিশ্বাসৰ ওপৰত ডিপেন্ড কৰি আমি কিছুমান এক্সাৰসাইজ কৰো যাৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ এটা লেভেললৈকে ইমপ্ৰুভ হয় আৰু তাৰ পিছত কিন্তু মানে ফিক্সড হৈ যায় বা কেতিয়াবা এডভাৰ্স ইফেক্ট আমি হোৱা দেখা পাওঁ so there may be the adverse effect of your exercise and like Ranjit Bora sir said that time that you will face in the injury or you will be stressful, your life will be stressful. Like at an example, if somebody pursued, surveyed that the gymot koi thoka ba hodai gymot kam kora manu bilak tiolokor bhobishot lifestyle to ki dhonor hoise tare keitaman jodi example ami long tetia ami dekha pam je the gymot goi pelai kam kora manuhor lifestyle to bhobishot mane ki pisor phale iman hukjonok nohoy jodi he tio systematically continue nokore. এই কারণটো কি কারণত যে আমি ইন আওয়ার টাইম দ্যাট ইজ সময়ত আমি সিস্টেমেটিক্যালি নকৰাৰ কাৰণে এটো এডভান্স ইফেক্ট আমি পিছত ভুগিবলগীয়া হম যেনেকৈ আমি কওঁ যে দিস হোৱাট ইজ দ্যাট দিস সাপ্লিমেন্টস ইউজ অফ সাপ্লিমেন্টস ইজ ভেরি ভেরি dangerous in case of like a strength training is concerned. So whatever supplement you are taking, don't take it blindly until and unless you are consulting with the experts. Expert in the sense like exercise physiologists or the doctors. Karon steroids ami ki olom ami jitu amar jitu aji topic mote amar jitu kanot fitness lage tar kane amak supplements er kono dorkari nei eta he supplements loa to hobo uddesho mane what we want to be by going gym tar upor depend koribo gotike supplements moi bhabu আমার মোৰ নিজৰ পার্সোনাল এক্সপেৰিয়েন্স আৰু আমাৰ যেটো অবজাৰভেশনৰ পৰা কম ডে টু ডে লাইফত যি সকল মানুহে জিমত যায় যিখিনি কাৰণে আমাক আমি এক্সাৰসাইজ কৰো তেওঁলোকৰ সাপ্লিমেন্টস কৰা বিশেষ দৰকাৰ নপৰে আৰু কেতিয়াবা যদি পৰে তেতিয়া হলে ডক্টৰৰ লগত কনসাল্ট কৰি হে ল'ব লাগে আৰু এটা কথা যে মাসল ডাঙৰ হলেই ফিট এটো নহয় গতিকে মাসল ডাঙৰ নহলেও ফিট হ'ব পাৰে সেই কথাটো আমি বুজি পাব লাগিব. So that's why we have to do it all, do all kinds of things very systematically and properly, so that we will not face further adverse effects of exercise. So tar kane ami sabole jeneke etia Ranjit Bora sare koy dekhoi goise ankle pain, athut pain eibla kotha to jate ami nohoy aru eneka mane progressively ami nokora karone amar eto obostha to hoy. So we have to think about progressive exercise for improvement. Like sir also said that don't go beyond your capacity, and if you progressively participate or do the exercise, then your capacity will be progressively increased, and then you can go step by step. That we have to understand. Okay, so along with that, this what I mean to say, that this is mental aspect of the fitness. It is psychological fitness, you can say. So what matters? This attitude matters. Everywhere attitude matters. What you want to be. Attitude to upor depend koribo, adjustment lagibo. এইবিলাকৰ বস্তু থাকিব লাগে তাৰ কাৰণে আমি ক'ব লাগিব আৰু আমি এটা খুব এটা কমন মিস্টেকস আমি শুনি থাকো বা দেখি থাকো যে প্রাণায়াম কৰা, যোগা কৰা, মেডিটেশন কৰা এইখিনি আমি কথা কৈ থাকো. But ultimately this pranayam and meditation is comes under yoga. So yoga is a huge term. আমি কিছুমান কথাই আমি গম পাওঁ আমি yoga বুলি ক'লে common people concept হল যে আসন কেইটামান কৰাটোকে ভাবে প্রাণায়ামে yogaৰ পৰা বাহিৰত বুলি ভাবে বহুতে মানে common people যি সকলে পাৰসু কৰা নাই কিন্তু আমি জানিব লাগিব this is a part, and yoga itself is a life principles মানে জীৱনটো আমি কি ধৰণে লৈ যাব লাগে সেই কথাটো actually yogaই শিকায়. গতিকে সেইকাৰণে ইণ্ডিয়ান যে কালচাৰ মানে ইণ্ডিয়ান ট্ৰেডিশন ইজ ভেৰি ৰিচ বুলি কোৱা হয় যে কাৰণ যোগাৰ যেটো কনসেপ্ট আছিল এটো ইণ্ডিয়াতে অৰিজিনেল আছিল কিন্তু এটা এট্ৰাক্টিভ বুকস এট্ৰাক্টিভ লিটাৰেচাৰ has been developed by the foreigners on that. This is our what is that one মানে matters of worries. কিন্তু আমি তাৰমানে কিমানখিনি কাম কৰিব লাগে আমি কাম কৰিব নাই আৰু সেই কথাটো আমি পাব্লিছ কৰিব নাই পৰা আজিৰ তাৰিখত yoga day we are organizing but for the sake of that day only most of time আৰু তাৰে হাৰ্ডলি কেইজন মানে কন্টিনিউ কৰি আছে আৰু কিছু মানে দেখুৱাব কাৰণে হিনাখনে কৰে আৰু গৈ পেলাই দেখা পাব যদি পাৰ্সু কৰা যায় যে 100 people participated তাৰে দুজন তিনজন মান উঠিবই নাই পৰা that means what say we are not continuing we are not adapted to these things that's why we have to practice it regularly so this is the thing and another aspect is that what I mean to say that how it's affect to the professional আমাৰ কেনেকৈ আৰম্ভণিতে কৈছিলো যে অফিস শেষ হোৱাৰ পিছতো কেতিয়াবা যদি ভবি কিবা কাৰণত আমি কামটো আকৌ যে শেষ কৰি থৈ যাব লাগে লগে দৰকাৰ হয় আমি তাৰ কৰাৰ প্ৰতি বা আমি আৰম্ভণি টাইমত বাকি দিনত যি ধৰণে কৰিছিলো বা দিনটোত যি ধৰণে কৰিছিলো তেনেকৈ আমি কৰিব সক্ষম হৈছো নে নাই it depends upon fitness গতিকে আমি ডে টু ডে লাইফত if you want to be productive you have to be fit not only physically but also psychologically so this much we have to understand and after that এইখিনি সময়ত মই বিশেষ কথা মানে কি কথা আৰু মানে নকম বুলি ভাবিছো খালি I will be ready to answers or to interact with the participants regarding in these settings because this fitness is huge terms and it will not be compiled and complete in the short period of time even not after is long since long still there is a improvement and improvement in the fitness process from the point of view sports science as well as exercise science or say the physical education is concerned so লাষ্টত মই কেইটামান ফ্যাক্টৰছৰ কথা কম যে হেইখিনি কথাটো কৈ মই সামৰিম যেনেকৈ ফিটনেস বুলি ক'লে আমি এজ এণ্ড জেন্ডাৰটো আমি ফলো কৰিব লাগিব জানিব লাগিব তাৰ পিছত আমাৰ কি বুলি কয় এইটো হেৰিডিটিৰ কনসেপ্ট আছে আমি কাৰণ বিগ বেলিটো লৈ পেলাই আমি সদায় চিন্তিত কিন্তু big belly it doesn't mean that you are unfit but as per your requirements and your body structure it is there hereditary maybe but you have to control it for your betterment so ঠিক তেনে ধৰণৰ like a lifestyle আছে lifestyle like a habits food habits something like that কেতিয়া কি খাম কি লাগে সেইখিনি কথা যিমান ফ্যাক্টৰ আছে সেই ফ্যাক্টৰখিনি আমি কনসিডাৰ কৰিব লাগিব আৰু মিনিমাইজ কৰি ৰাখিব লাগিব কিছুমানক আমি মানে কি কৰিব লাগিব that is you have to continue it so that you can improve your fitness and you can balance your life with the work environment ultimately fitness is for fitness for what fitness for adjustment to the our daily life to work experience or workplace society your family your colleagues everything will come and ultimately you have to adjust physically as well as psychologically so that you can work properly and then and as a whole you can be productive thank you very much I would like to end my speech here and if anything will be there I am ready to answer or I am ready to take the questions please
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Monduboro, sir, for sharing your own experiences and going towards some practical, very, very practical and important aspects of fitness that we consistently mostly talk about, but yet fail to follow in our daily life. So thanks for bringing all this up in the discussion. And
Arshad, you are there?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, continue.
Okay. Sorry, I got disconnected. So I would like to bring certain, highlight certain points or pose certain questions that can be answered individually by any of the panelists. So drawing from Ranjit Borua sir's talk, I could find out that some very significant points came forward, like understanding our body. That means mostly we tend to follow what we hear or see or has been advised by people. But before even understanding our body, we tend to do things what people tell me or what videos tell us in YouTube, etc., or following certain research papers that we come across, which is obviously a shortcut. And another important point was to learn and unlearn, which is also an aspect in management personality development. We have a certain topic called unlearning things. That means we have to let go of the wrong habits and the wrong knowledge. It needs to be from our fitness book, and we have to learn the right thing the right way. And we could be following something from a very long time in a very wrong way, and we come across that it was a wrong philosophy. We have to let it go at a certain time. And another point is said that gym is not the only way to fitness, quite correctly pointed out. We have Pilates, yoga, calisthenics, and all sorts of motion yoga also, like Tai Chi, that controls the flow of energy in the body, or Qigong, which is followed in China. So all of these things are other alternatives to going to the gym or buffing up, which looks good, looking the part, although is a way to fitness, but yet not just aesthetically, but building a core strength is very important. So 3 days of a week physical exercise is good enough, says Professor Ranjit Kumar Borua sir, which I think we can take it up as a point, because we are dealing in managerial productivity here. Managers cannot afford to have an entire week towards a fitness or a wellness program. So I think 3 days is a good enough time. Yes, we can take it up as a point. And then motivation and attitude. These has been 2 points that has been forwarded by Ranjit sir as well as Montuboro sir towards fitness. That means we need to build up an attitude and a motivation towards fitness. Nobody is going to compel us to become fit. We have to take the steps by ourselves towards fitness. Doing exercises in groups is a very good idea. That means if we have to build up a fitness culture in the workplace, we need to form a certain fitness group, a fitness culture in the workplace itself. For example, drawing from another point that Tridip sir has said, we need to break off from that work schedule. We need to log off during the day. We need to let go of the stress. So why not let go in a group? Why not our colleagues and ourselves? It will lead to greater bonding if we bring in a fitness and a wellness culture in the workplace. Say 5 minutes at least to do the very least. We can start off with 5 minutes. I think it will lead to better professional relations as well. So I think there's something that Ranjit sir wants to say, or all right. Oh, okay. So I'll go on. So drawing from again Biraj sir, He says that work stress and the importance of fitness. Yes, the work culture nowadays is so demanding that we cannot define working hours anymore. So as Montu sir has rightly pointed out, many of the participants, we are only here with 100 participants right now. So the determination to sit through an entire meeting needs a lot of fitness, which again draws from our mental wellness also. That's a very good point. Plus, at a young age like 30s or 20s, people are often coming up with complaints about back pain, headache, or the need to have 3 cups of tea during 2 hours of meeting, or the expectancy of having a samosa makes people sit throughout meetings, which is very alarming regarding the diet concerns that are going on nowadays. I think another thing that I would like to point out is we have to change the corporate culture of corporate dinners and lunch, which is heavy on the body, looks good on the outside, but leads to adverse results. We bring in everything from all types of non-veg items and paneer and desserts and drawing from Italian and extravagant dinner and lunches. And we end up actually bringing down productivity of certain employees. So we can have a look at corporate dinners and lunches and high tea, what is being served during meetings, or in what quantity, what amount, etc. We can also draw from Anvesha madam some very good things that has come up. Is she has talked about fruits and vegetables to boost immunity, whole grains, fiber sources for oats, cereals, barley, cut out on simple sugar, then protein intake should be a variety, she says. So that means if we are a fan of chicken, we cannot just expect to take the protein sources from chicken itself. We have to supplement or alternate it out with omega-3, fish protein, fish oil, and egg protein, etc. If we are going into non-veggies, or vegetable proteins are now taking the market. For example, whey is extracted from milk. Again, we are moving towards herbal nutrition also in the same way. So we can have a look at it. Prebiotics and probiotics are we can say very less talked about topics, or maybe not so popular among the youth who are so much into supplements. And let me bring up certain stimulants which was not part of this discussion. Monster Drink Energy, and another variant is there, it's known as Sting, which is in the market, which comes for 20 rupees, and people are taking it just for the sake of taking a cold drink or something, and there's a heavy amount of caffeine intake in that particular drink, and certain employees are known to take it for boosting their productivity. But stimulant wise, I think that is also a serious issue. Then Tridip sir has brought in the example of fun, motivation, and happiness at work. Yes, we may be very fatigued at work. For example, at the end of this meeting, most people who are even attending it could be tired because the lunch is awaited. People are calling them, we are exhausted, listening like that. But then there are a few things that can trigger that energy. I don't know, cannot explain where does it come from someone that you idolize, or some line that has caught your attention right from childhood, which triggers that interest in you. So attitude and motivation or fun at a workplace really matters, I think. And so we need to unload our stress. So how do we solve that mental fatigue? Those are certain questions coming up. How to achieve fitness, posted by Montuboro sir. Fitness comes first, yes. So relating that to productivity at the work or managers, now the question comes that how to systematically define what are the kinds of requirements for fitness and wellness at work. That is the first question. Next, how do we collect data or personal data, collect effective personal data from the managers, which should be relevant to deliver that requirement at the workplace? How do we systematically design a wellness plan or a fitness plan for managers?
Arshad, sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
am I breaking? Yeah, am I breaking out? The sound is breaking, sir.
No, it's okay. Something which came into my mind because you touched the point. Before I forget, I think somebody.
Yeah. Please put in. Please put in.
You talked about the measurement. I believe in Indian corporate scenario, the basic thing that is lacking is the proper measurement. When we talk about HR activities per se, it always take a back step because we cannot measure the attempts that had been made by the HR manager. You can very well think about the wellness program. I think Sudeep sir has correctly pointed out. In Western countries, there are research on how much money you will save if you work on the wellness and other factors. But I don't know at what level. I have seen few reports that Indian context done by PwC or by Wipro, but that is not very common to all the private sector. I think Basobi has pointed out a very valid point. She said, it's a vicious circle. You are mentally tired working the entire day. Then you don't have time to go out for your physical activities. Look, I'd like to answer this because I have someone very close to me which is suffering from this. Mental fatigueness has brought a new sort of a disease, or you can say a new sort of a problem. In my family only, I've seen a person who has performed well. After this mental fatigueness, after a certain time, the ability to perform will reduce, and slowly the person will go into depression because the person was a performer at one point in time and he's so mentally fatigued. Now he's depressed. Now he had all these traumas where he cannot, at night, he suddenly wakes up. He cannot take a sound sleep. Look, this also affects health. It's a vicious cycle. Health is yours. You'll have to take time out. It's not just about the physical fitness. Yes, it is important. But more than that, what will be more important is to look into the other aspects of wellness and fitness also. Now you'll have to, in India, it's a taboo that you visit a psychiatrist, you speak out, meet people and tell, look, this is what I'm feeling. You'll have to prioritize your health first. I have not seen in many companies where psychiatrists are available on the job. If you're not feeling well, look, companies have hired a person, gone through a recruitment process, joining formalities, he is a performer, and suddenly his performance level or productivity level goes down. Now, what you will do? You cannot throw him out. So you'll have to understand, you'll have to visit someone, you'll have to talk it out, you'll have to say, look, these are the issues which I'm going through, and that's the reason I'm facing problem, and you'll have to speak out. So, I have seen many people who say only work, socially I am zero. Socially zero in sense I don't connect with people, I don't devote time to family. For me, he is not a complete person. He is not a good worker for me, because if he devotes 15 to 16 hours daily just on work front, but other aspects of wellness is missing, something is missing. So by the time you realize, age is gone. By the time you spend, say, 42 to 45 years, and then you just go back and realize, I have lost my prime, fitness is gone, I have, my children has grown up, I have lost all my friends. So that's also a very important aspect of health. People only think about health from the perspective of physical fitness. It's not. It's just one aspect of the overall scenario. That's what I would like to add, Archit.
Can I add one thing into it? Excuse me.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Most important point in life, what my odd 65 years of my life I have learned is that motivation. You see, whenever some corporate executives come to me, I spend a lot of time with them, especially the youngsters from Oil India. I get, and ONGC, I get a lot of patients, backache and this thing and that thing. Then I spend a lot of time with them, at least not less than half an hour to each of them. It is the motivation which is very important. If I ask somebody, why don't you do an exercise? I don't have time. Why don't you go out jogging or walking or something like that? I don't have time. Now, in this context, I have gotten a very beautiful experience. Once one lady came to me, she's a school teacher. She came to me for some tendinitis or something like that. Then I asked her, what do you do? Then she said, how do you manage your day? Where do you work or like that? She told me in a so definite voice and confidence that she finishes her house chores before 7 o'clock, carries a tiffin for her, comes to the gym, changes her dress, waits in the gym for 45 minutes to an hour, takes a bath, takes the breakfast, and goes to the workplace with a scooter 15 kilometers from her place of residence. I was astonished. Then immediately after this, I was called to Dibrugarh University Women's Forum, Women's Club. They asked me to talk about health in women, bone health in women. Then I placed a suggestion for them. You see, the females in the family, whether they're a corporate officer or whatever they do, maybe just a housewife, they don't have time for themselves in the house. Whatever you say. If she is corporate, she comes back at 5 o'clock, she has enough time to say no. She will have to cook, she will have to look after the children, she will have to maybe a little bit of washing here and there, maybe look into the cleanliness of the house. So for all of them, like the professionals in the Dibrugarh University per se, in the college or university, wherever, they should have a satellite club of the ladies. Half an hour, the university should give a time for half an hour to 45 minutes, call a guy who can teach you what is to be done, and they will finish everything, their job, their fitness program in the workplace, not at home. I think these things are very important, and for that you need a motivation. So for any person who is dealing with all these problems in the society or in the corporate houses, that you have to build up the motivation. And motivation does not come just like that. It is the development of the personality. I think there comes in the role of a social worker, the role of a psychiatrist. Only then we can improve our society to that extent. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I would like to
I'd like to
interrupt.
add something here, Harsha.
Sir, just a moment, sir. Monto sir, I'm very sorry. One of our panelists, Tridip sir, he has a scheduled. Actually, we've crossed a lot of the scheduled time, so he has to disengage. So just before disengaging, if he can put forward his feedback,
Sure.
it will be better. Sir.
Okay.
Okay. Then we can hear you, Monto sir, if you don't mind. Sure.
Okay, no problem.
I'm so sorry because public schedule, I have a class or a presentation for my
Sir, your voice is a little bit low. Can you speak a little louder?
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's okay.
All right. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Fine. I'm taking away, if you may call it, if my co-panelists as well as the organizers call it the takeaway. I think from this session I am taking away lots of things. We normally think about and as along with Dr. Biraj Hazurika, combining whatever you have said, from the discussion that you had made, things are much more than that. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Or is
Yes, sir.
Less?
It's fine, sir.
You put your astronaut's dress. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. Maybe I go into. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please.
This one is much better. That this newfangled Bluetooth thing. The direct plugin is better. Anyway, these are some of the takeaways that I'm really taking with me as I walk out of this panel discussion. Dr. Boro and Dr. Anvesha, whatever I learned from you are absolutely from the practical things. What I, if I may talk to our nutrition expert, Dr. Anusha, the next time things are put on my plate, I look it from a different angle. I'm taking that away from you. Okay, I'll definitely look from a different angle. And many small things. I mean, normally we just overlook those things. Normally, but when you pointed out certain things, when you pointed out those, apart from the nutrition and taste factor, when you pointed out certain things, I'm actually seriously telling you. The next time I put things on my plate, I'll take a new look this time. Okay, and same goes to Dr. Montu Voro. When we burn something, I'm talking about fat and body. When we burn something, when I walk a few steps, I'll try to think what are the possible benefits I am taking on me, and what are the possible benefits I am giving to the society. Mind you, I am not giving benefits to the society directly, but because I am fit, I am giving something to the society. So that is the indirect benefit that I am giving to society. So every time I take a step, every time I do something, of course, at a 55 age, it's not possible to bodybuild right now as such, but I can still give back to the society if I am well. This is what I am taking from Dr. Baro. And what I give to you in concrete from whatever I have delivered. Earlier, I talked about a triangle. Now I'll talk about another triangle with three ness, N-E-double-ness out there: fitness, wellness, and happiness. Just connect these three dots: fitness, wellness, and happiness. Now, how you get to these three? These are something like the three angles of a fire triangle. Unless and until all of them are there, the fire will not be there. Similarly, unless and until all these three are not within us, I'll not be able to deliver. I have to be fit, I have to be well, I have to be happy. Otherwise, I'll not be able to deliver. An unhappy worker does work but doesn't deliver. The difference lies out there. So, if in specific terms, I need to say something, whatever I try to deliver are these three ness: the triangle, which consists of fitness, wellness, and happiness. Just have this within you, and the fire will be within you. Fire to deliver. Thank you, CMS. It was wonderful to be back again virtually, unlike the earlier occasion when I was there physically. Hope to be out there when the normalcy returns. Not this pandemic affected, disrupted normalcy. I mean, nobody likes this disruption, I guess. Nobody. Those people who were initially happy for work from home, even most of them are now craving. This is not life. We don't want this life. So we want a normalcy to return, a traditional normalcy. And once that normalcy returns, I'll drive down to CMS. Whether you invite me or not, I'll drop in out there.
You're always welcome, sir.
And claim my cup of tea, which I have missed from having from your side.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I guess I speak for all our panelists. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
the tea is pending for the entire panel, sir.
Of course, don't worry. I'll go and have that cup of tea. Don't worry.
Thank you so much.
You can put it on my tab. Okay, thank you, sir.
No, why honor your tab? I'll put it on Pratim's tab. And anyway, thank you, everybody. With these few words, I'll log off now. I hope you can please continue while I go on and go into my some other. Again, I have to be connected right now. Yeah, it's almost time. I'll have just a 5-minute gap now. Okay. Have a nice day.
Yes.
Thank you once more.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So there was a Montu, sir. May I again request you to pose your discussion?
Okay.
Sorry for interrupting. Since sir was leaving, I had to interrupt. And
And it's okay. It's okay. I just would like to add with this Dr. Biraj and Borua sir regarding like a motivation and that one. What is that like? This mental fatigue. Actually, what is that? We are, if you see the construction of like flats and so apartment and all, what are the criteria we are following and what are the criteria the foreigners following abroad? That means the fitness, health, and happiness, whatever it is the prime. After that, only others. If we are not fit, we are not happy, we are not mentally strong, we can't execute. For that purpose, they are following the norms to have the recreational, what is that, center in each and every like apartment and so and so. Like if you see like a swimming pool in the top of the floor or something like that. So for that purpose, we have to have the recreational worker. Now, what is our main issue? Our serious issue is that we are eliminating ourselves from that kind of recreational activity day by day because of what we are facing this. That means we have to be re-energized. We have to be recreate by means of like this motivational speech or participating that kind of activities like fun activities or something like that. And whatever traditions mentioned that happiness, we have to follow that, or we have to know that, or we have to consider that there should be fun and enjoyment in each and every activity. That means if you are doing exercise, then you must have to enjoy it. Yeah. Until and unless you are not enjoying your activity, there will be no improvement or you will not be progressed, and which leads to the mental fatigue, you can say. And due to the what is that avoidance of this that kind of things, gradually small this stress used to be accumulate to the people, and one day it's become fatigue. Okay, as if fatigue is concerned, always fatigue start in mental, in brain. That is, we always used to say that no, from where is from brain. So that's why we have to take care of it. So we always have to recreate, re-energize it. So that's why counseling is required, recreational activity is required. Like most of the people are not following their what is that systematic daily routines, like only walk and walk, but not giving time to recreate themselves, re-energize themselves. As Ranjit sir said, that if there is questions of like what is that physical exercise or doing something, we don't have time. And if we can say that there is always time for us to do exercise and to participate in the recreational activity, like it may be tour or it may be something excursion or something like. If we can find this space for us, then we'll always be happy and motivated. Thank you.
Yeah, quite rightly so, Motoporo sir. And I would like to draw one thing from this, from sir's inputs, is that counseling sessions. I think I can put this true to Biraj sir, that counseling sessions could be able to get us certain survey data on the lifestyle of the employees as well, and help us solve that psychological and occupational wellness issues. So we have two dimensions, I think, that are very dominant there: psychological wellness and occupational wellness. There are certain questions coming from the audience on the chat tabs that sometimes we do encounter people that cause stress in the workplace. So how do you deal with that? Now, I think that falls into psychological wellness as well as occupational wellness. So these are things that can be addressed by the panel.
I think the last question which Namrata has asked, which is that is what I tried to share. Look, I have seen people generally don't speak out. So this is a trend in Western countries where there are people to whom you can go and share anything. As you tend to spend most of your, that's what I shared. Out of 24 hours, if you spend 9 to 10 hours of your daily life, in the office, you need to share something. Somebody asks, what you will do in the time of pandemic if a lot of stress is there? What you will do? That's what I'm saying. You'll have to share things. You'll have to identify a person. It might be your colleague. Sometimes it might be your superior boss, or someone from your family, from your friend, with whom you can share all these issues. That's what you might be fit and fine physically, doing wonderfully well, but suddenly it happens. Why I'm saying so is it happened with one of my very close person. I never seen him depressed. And the interesting thing is he himself or she himself does not realize that she is under a severe depression, and it has only came to light when all these medicines, all these fitness yoga sessions and everything was not working out, and the person concerned went to to Apollo hospitals, and then after a lengthy session of with a psychologist, they realize that they are actually going through a depression, which might be because of the stress and burnout at work, and also because whenever the person shares this issue with someone, the other person says, "You are fit and fine. How can it be possible?" So mentally, it's actually pulling them back, and it's actually a vicious cycle. It's actually a vicious cycle. So way out, we'll have to find out. That's what I'm saying. There is no shame in sharing your issues with someone. That's the practical, what I feel is practical help that a person can take.
I think,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
just get a question
Sure,
from
sure.
Lucifer?
Okay.
Lucifer asked, what is the ideal resting heart rate? Although I'm not a cardiologist or a general practitioner or whatever it is, but from my knowledge, I think it is around 60 to 100 can be a resting, so-called. Now, it all depends on so many factors. Your body build. If you are doing some athletic activities, it will be much less, can go down to, say, below 60 sometimes. Or if you are little more anxious, or you have got hypertension and other things, you can have little bit more. So ideal range is usually 60 to 100. But if you're getting up from the bed and you're going to the bathroom, toilet, everything, so your heart rate was to start with was, say, it was 70, it can go up to 80, no issue. So it should be within that range. I think that is what you know.
Great, sir. Those are very good points. Now, the thing is, actually, the idea of a panel discussion is to reach a conclusion or a point of convergence of everything. So we are trying to converge at a point where we can fit in fitness, wellness, as well as increasing productivity for managers. So what I feel from drawing from all the discussions is that it's not easier to culminate everything into the same basket. So what is required right now, and what I felt after hearing from all the panelists is, maybe it was coincidence, maybe it was systematically planned out, but we ended up becoming a study group, or we might call ourselves a research group if we might intend so, to start off making a standardized fitness program modeling thing. We can take it up as a research step so that we can standardize creating a fitness program for a certain level, say middle level managers, or what could be a fitness program for higher top level managers or operational level managers. We can do that. That is an idea that just was building in my mind when I was hearing from all the experts, because we have a very experienced doctor, we have a nutritionist, we have a management corporate representative, we have a faculty from management, we have a faculty from physical education, and I think exactly the things that are required to make such a plan are coming up from the panelists. So what I feel is this is not yet over. I think the panel discussion is only a start of something very good to come in the near future. If we can work it out and we can take it up as a plan of modeling a standard fitness and wellness program, how to create it, which could be a standard program which can be modified and adapted to different organizations. It will be really nice and really great. I just place this idea before the panel.
Yeah, this is a very good idea, because Dibrugarh University has got a very big setup to start any research work. You have got all the basic amenities to have access to the research modules, different types of research modules, looking into the different, not only me, not only Hazurika or Mantu or Anisha, whatever it is. You can always have a, so why don't you, this is a good idea. I'm from my point of view, I'm ready. What you should do is to,
it's good to know, sir.
Take some research project in your university, maybe in your department.
Correct.
And definitely, this is going to be finally.
Because we need to. I think, yeah, sure.
I'm very optimistic. You see, it's not point just talking 2-3 hours here and go back.
That's what, sir. That's what.
We should have some concrete outcome of what we have talked today, or all the people or the listeners.
Yes.
But for what they come, because they'll forget tomorrow.
So the thing is, I have 5 reporters who are taking record of whatever talks are going on, as well as it's being put on record. The videos are put on record. So we have the materials with us. We have the ideas with us. We can work it out later. We can structure it out so that in the form of say a research proposal, securing necessary fundings, and with all the experience from the diverse field of professionals that we are inside this group, I think it can be done.
I think what you were saying, we are fortunate because I think the next session will be taken by Bhargav Dev Chaudhary.
Yes.
Look, I personally have gone through a sort of a mini wellness program, and what I have found out is what you are suggesting is, yes, that's correct. Every individual's need is specific, it's different, and not everything can be done.
It is specific.
Yeah, it's specific. Everybody's requirement of diet, of his, the other aspect of nutrition, everything is different. And until and unless you assess it correctly, you cannot work it out. So in workplace scenarios also, the role of wellness managers per se will be to identify the need of each individual or a group of individuals, if it's not possible, at that micro level, to identify and then work on it. Say for example, in my case, what I have found out is I was doing wonderfully well with all the aspects, but just one thing that I was lacking was proper sleep. I never thought in my wildest of dream that improper sleep can have that much of effect in the entire wellness program. Even if you are feeling tired, you outburst at times, emotionally you are not stable, it actually relates to that you are not getting enough sleep. It's scientific. People will tell you, the people who are experts, they will tell you, you'll have to work on this minute details. So yes, research can be done in Western countries. There are small startups who work specifically and design these wellness programs. So at this level, at Indian context, more so at Northeastern, somebody said about the climatic conditions, the things available, we can do a research and can work it out.
Rightly so. We'll take it up. I think I think that's a concrete enough conclusion from a panel discussion that has gone on for I think almost 2 hours. It's gone on for almost 2 hours, 20 minutes to go, I think. So we are reaching a very fruitful. Hello. Yeah. Okay. So I think we have reached a very concrete and fruitful point here, and that could be that is a very positive sign towards the purpose of this entire discussion, that is Manthan. So if there's anything to be put forward by the panelists, they may do so, or before I close the session. Anvesha madam, may I request you, there are things that I can see in the chat box. There are materials. She has laid out beautifully an entire diet plan for proper nutrition to be had by managers, and preferably it will be beneficial for the students also, because everyone if anything else to put forward in this forum, you may do so. Madam. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to answer to question by Kanchan. She asked me about a balanced diet. A balanced diet is adequate amount of carbohydrates that should be complex carbs. I already mentioned that should be rich in whole grains, whole pulses, and proteins that should be high biologic value proteins, pulses, especially sprouts, sprouted moons, whole dals, and nuts, cashew, walnuts, pista. All these are very rich in protein as well as MCT. Usually it's a very healthy fat, actually, medium chain triglycerides. So you should include all these healthy fats and also fat rich in MUFA and PUFA, monounsaturated fatty acid, polyunsaturated fatty acid. You will get all these healthy oils from simple. You can combine mustard oil with any refined oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, rice bran oil. Okay, you'll get all this MUFA and PUFA. Then essential vitamins, you should include all vitamin rich fruits and vegetables, that colored fruits. You'll get antioxidants from those colored fruits like orange, carrots, etc., etc. Tomato, you'll get lycopene. All these are healthy and you'll get antioxidants and also minerals, zinc, iron. You should include in your diet. Zinc, you can get it from sesame seeds. And also from this dried fruits also. And the iron-rich fruits and vegetables are these citrus fruits like oranges, mosambi, pomegranate, watermelons. You should include in your diet. And also calcium. Calcium is very, very important. So try to include milk and milk products, curd, paneer, then all these milk product you should include in your diet. Okay, so thank you then.
Yes, Arshad.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Arshad.
Thank you very much. Yes. Yes.
Here's
yes.
one question
Yes,
from
sir.
Lucifer. She already asked for 2 times and requesting me to inform regarding the ideal heart rate. So ideal resting heart.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Normally, what we mean to say that, as I also said that ideally for adults is 72 and 60 to 100. It can be like already only Biraj said. As per individual is concerned, the heart rate, this resting heart rate depends upon the individual to individuals, and the minimum heart rate, resting heart rate for athletes, okay, it may be the international, you can say, okay, it can be the 30 to 40, like Usain, see the Usain Bolt has 33 resting heart rate per minute. So it is also said that one research paper, if somebody run the 100 meter below what is it 5, then he will be okay.
Okay.
That's the things is happening. So to take more load, you have to have the good oxygen supply. So it will be the resting heart rate will be lowering down with the help of progressive continuous systematic sports training programs. That means gradually it will be improved.
Correct.
Automatically the resting heart rate will be reduced. Okay. And as per ideal is concerned,
interval runnings and all will help, I think.
like that, all our fitness training programs can be lowering down systematic sports training program. So it will be lowering down. And another one is that sports science says that to get the best performance or to take the strenuous workout, any individuals normally must reach the 120 heart rate per minute. Then and then only, already I stated that. So at 120,
there is also a question on BCAA.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is the thing. So it depends upon individual to individual. How you are trained depends upon that your resting heart depend. Okay. So like Usain Bolt achieve this performance. With this, like we are having normally 60 to 65, I am having right now resting pulse rate. Which is not sufficient. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I think we have drawn in very crucial information, significant details regarding the theme fitness and wellness for managers, the future of productivity. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the panelists present here, sparing their most valuable time and delivering their talks through online, which could be a bit difficult because we tend to be more convenient while facing the audience. So I thank them also for that. And we're reaching the close of this event. I would like to end the discussion with a resolution that a systematic or a structured research needs to be done towards making a balanced wellness and fitness plan for different levels of corporate managers, which could be taken up by the panelists as a future course of action. With this, I would like to wrap up the discussion. And since we are also have to prepare for another event known as Straight Talk, we have Bhargav Dev Chaudhary sir from OIL, who is BPED, MPED, as well as NIS Institute affiliated. He is also a BCI level A coach in cricket, who is an expert on the theme, I believe, and who has also his own ideas regarding fitness and wellness. So I hope the audiences are eager to meet him in the next session as well. We'll continue. We'll break for lunch actually. The schedule was from 2:30. Straight Talk was to be scheduled from 2:30. So if we can meet up by 3:30, 3:45, I believe we can meet by 3:30. We are breaking for lunch now. So whoever wishes to join us again has the links with them. So we'll be back by 3:30 for the next session. Thank you all. Thank you, Ranjit sir, Anwesha madam, Monto Boro sir, as well as Biraj Hazurika sir for giving us this wonderful knowledge and experience, sharing your wonderful knowledge and experience. Thank you again. Thank you all for attending the session as well. I hope all your questions are answered.
Monto,
yes.
bye-bye.
Yes, anything?
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Hello.
Be safe all. Thank
Hello.
you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, all right. Voice was breaking. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.